Hello, good evening. My name is Richard. Welcome to Over and Over and Over again. This is Matchday Live. Arsenal women against Liverpool. The Continental Cup winners are back at home in action tonight in the WSL must-win game against Liverpool. It's all going to be coming up the other side of this. To Arsenal now, Frida Marnham again inside there looking for a second goal. Oh, she's got a second goal. That seals it. Frida Marnham again. So it is Matchday Live. Arsenal women against Liverpool, as we say, from Meadow Park. Arsenal women, we haven't done too well in the WSL, have we, in 2023 so far, but it's a new week. It's a successful week for the club. We've ended our trophy drought and we're looking for the victory tonight. Now, we've got the team news in for you. This is how the teams line up for you tonight at Meadow Park. So in goal for Arsenal, it is Manu Zinsberger. The back four, Laura Wainwright comes in at right back. It's Williamson and Souza as the two centre-backs again. And Katie McCabe drops back down into left back. In midfield, it's the same three from the cup final. Leah Walty, Kim Little, the captain, and Frida Marnham. And then in the front three, Victoria Palova's in on the right, Stina Blackstenius is through the middle, and of course Caitlin Ford on the left. On the bench then for Arsenal, bit of a light bench action. We've got Kayla Marquis, Jem Beattie, Lotta Rubenmoy, Noel Moritz, Gio, and of course Katarina Call as well. So that is the Arsenal side. For Liverpool, then in goal it is Rachel Laws. Their back four is Emma Cavisto, Hannah Silcock, Leanne Robe, and Taylor Hines. In midfield, it's Fuka Nagano, Miri Taylor, and Sherry Holland. And then the three in the front are Missy Bowcairns, Katie Stengel, and Carla Humphrey. On the bench then for Liverpool's goalkeeper, Faye Kirby. They've got Megan Campbell. They've got Gemma Bonner, Sophia Lungard, and Yana Daniels. They've got a light bench as well, Liverpool. So they're your lineups in for tonight. What are we thinking, guys? What's your score predictions going to be for this game tonight? Are Arsenal going to get the 3 points that we so desperately need to put us back in real contention for the WSL title? Or are Liverpool going to get some points on the board for them as they fight relegation, of course? It's an important game for both teams, isn't it? So what do we think the score is going to be? I think Arsenal win pretty comfortably, if I'm honest. I'm going to go for 5-0. I think everyone will be buoyed up by the cup final win the other day, and I just think that we'll be far too strong for Liverpool. So I'm going for 5-0. Let me know your score predictions in the comments there. See what you guys think. And also as well, don't forget, of course, as well, before we get started, make sure you get a like in nice and early. That's always a good thing, isn't it? The earlier we get the likes in, the earlier Arsenal will score, and then maybe we will win by more than 5-0. And also, as well, if you enjoy what we do on the channel here, please subscribe as well, particularly if you're new here. And we do cover the women, of course. We do cover the men and loads of great stuff in between to do with this great football club of ours, Arsenal. We cover the whole spectrum of the whole club. So men, women, history of the club, everything. So, yeah, everything to do with Arsenal is here. So please consider subscribing. We've got Munyan in the chat. He's gone 2-0 to Arsenal. Well, no, that's a fair score. We'll take the 2-0, mate. No problem at all. I think we may be really, really buoyed up for this game. It's a must-win game, of course. Chelsea are playing as well a little bit later, aren't they? They're playing Brighton at home. You'd imagine Chelsea will win that game, but who knows? They may drop points here and there, draw, who knows? And then it will open the door. Brighton did, of course, win away at Chelsea, didn't they, in the WSL a couple of years back, didn't they? So who knows? They might be able to do it again. We shall see. But we're not going to worry too much about other teams. We just have to concentrate on our own games, win as many as we can, hopefully all of them, and then we'll see where we are after that. Terry says, good evening, Richard. You're confident tonight. I'm liking the new you 5-0 as well. Yeah, I just fancy that cup final win, I think, has lifted a whole weight off the shoulders of everybody, because it's been such a long time since we've won a trophy. We needed to win one, and I just feel as though that result on Sunday, especially as it was against Chelsea, in the manner that we did it, everyone's going to be lifted by that. It's a little bit of a short squad today. I don't know if there's a few injuries following that cup final. There's no Steph Catley at all in the squad tonight, who of course she played the other day in the final. There's no Lena Hertig, who was on the bench as well. I don't know if there's injuries or maybe we just resting them out of the squad completely. I don't know. But anyway, there's a few players missing. So we've only got 6 on the bench. So, but we won't worry too much about that. It's still a strong Arsenal team, isn't it? And it's still a decent bench as well. Got a couple of good players we bring on in the attacking side of things as well, in Gio and Katarina Cole. So let's hopefully we won't need attacking players to come on necessarily, because we'll be comfortably ahead and winning the game. But who knows? Football doesn't always work like that, does it? And Liverpool have beaten Chelsea this season, so we know that they're not going to be a pushover. They only lost 3-2 away at Chelsea as well, didn't they? So we know they can cause problems to some of the big teams in this league. So we just need to make sure that we go out there and produce the best possible performance that we can. And hopefully we'll get those 3 points. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll win. And then it will really put us back in contention again. Well, not only, I mean, obviously the league title is what we'd like to win, wouldn't we? Of course we would. But it's important that we get in that top 3, isn't it? Bearing in mind the importance of the Champions League. So that is something that we really, really need to do. So we've got to win as many of these games in the league as is possible. Hopefully all of them. And who knows where that might take us. But we certainly have to win our home games. And then see how we go. And tonight, against a team struggling near the bottom of the table, it's a game we have to win, quite honestly. And it's a game we should win. I'm pretty confident that we will. Matt Beard, he's got a great record, hasn't he, in WSL? He knows what he's doing. He understands the league. He knows how to get the best out of his team. So I'm sure they'll be really prepared for this game. They've not played for a month, actually, Liverpool. The last time they played, they did lose against Leicester at the bottom of the league. So that wasn't a great result. But they've had plenty of time to get over that result and to prepare for this game, whereas we've been so busy, tied up in cup games and everything else that's been going on. It's been a busy time, and it's a busy time coming up as well, isn't it, with the games coming thick and fast. We're at home, of course, on Sunday to Reading, which is going to be another important game, another game that we should win, but we have to win. That's on Sunday evening, of course. And then it's not long to wait, is it? The Champions League is back. The quarter-final, we're away in Bayern, first of all, before we're at home at the Emirates at the end of the month. And then, of course, Manchester City at home in the WSL. What a big game that's going to be as well. So loads of massive games coming over the next few weeks for Arsenal. And we'll be covering them all here on the channel. So if you do like the Arsenal women and you like watching the games and you like the coverage that we bring, please give us a like. And please consider as well subscribing to the channel as well. Why not subscribe as well? It's not harm, is it? And also as well, something else that you maybe should do if you have subscribed is to click on the little notification bell that you'll see. Just click on that as well. And every time we go live, or every time we put a video out, whether it's a live show, whether it's a short video, whether it's anything, you'll get a notification to tell you, so you don't miss it. Because there's so much great stuff on YouTube, it's easy to miss some things as well, isn't it? Anyway, we are going to get ready for the kickoff here at Meadow Park tonight. It's a really big game. It's very cold. It's been snowing, it's not ideal conditions, is it? It's going to be a hard pitch, no undersoil heating, of course, at Boreham Wood, but it's going to be a tough test, and it's going to be a very important game for Arsenal. But I think we'll win pretty comfortably. I think the result the other night has given everyone a boost, and I'm sure we can go on and get another 3 points in this WSL season. It'll be our first actual league win of the year. I know it seems strange, we're into March. We've not played that many games in the league, have we? We did, of course, draw with West Ham, we drew with Chelsea, and we lost to Manchester City. And in between, we've had, of course, all kinds of cup games, haven't we? Including, of course, the successful Continental Final on Sunday, which was brilliant, wasn't it? What a performance, by the way. We need to really appreciate what a great performance that was from our girls on Sunday. It was just brilliant, wasn't it? The way that we came back from going behind and just really made Chelsea look such an average team, and not many teams do that to Chelsea today, and we did it over that game. It was a brilliant performance, really deserved victory, and hopefully we can take some of that into this game tonight. Even if we play at 80% of that performance, we should be far too strong for this Liverpool team, let's be honest. We've got Sharon in the chat doing show. She says, hi Richard, watching from Cape Town, South Africa. Oh, wow, fantastic. I bet you haven't got any snow there, have you? We've got loads of snow here, even though it's not supposed to be winter, but I bet you've got nice weather in South Africa, haven't you? A bit jealous of the sunshine you've got over there. A says, aren't you worried about the cup hangover? Well, it goes to one of two ways, doesn't it? I mean, I think if we'd lost the final, I think everyone would have been on such a downer that it would have been difficult to lift everybody for this game. But the fact that we won the cup final in the manner that we did, I think it's lifted such a burden on the club, because, we've gone 4 years without a trophy, and that's too long, isn't it, for our club? The longest in our whole history that we've gone without winning a trophy. So that was such an important result. And I just think everyone has got to have a lift from that. Yes, there is a danger of a hangover. I agree, there is. But I'm pretty certain that that's not going to be the case. I think this team will be bang up for this game, and I think we'll be looking to put Liverpool to the sword. The team are just coming out actually at Meadow Park, freezing cold night. Arsenal, of course, being led out by their captain, Kim Little, of course, as always. Arsenal wearing the red shirts, white sleeves, white shorts and red socks. They've got a nice light blue tracksuit tops on at this moment in time as they're lining up for this kickoff. Liverpool in their change strip of dark green, actually, which is that the men's team's away strip? I don't think I've seen that one before. Anyway, they're all in green, Liverpool, which is okay, isn't it? We've just got the handshakes out of the way, and we're going to be prepared for this really, really big game for Arsenal in this chase for not only the WSL title, but also, of course, for one of those top 3 places. Very, very cold night. We'll just go through the Arsenal lineup again for it. It's Manu Zinsberger in goal. The back 4 is Laura Wainwright, Leah Williamson, Rafaela Souza and Katie McCabe. In midfield, Leah Walty, Kim Little, Frida Marnham, and up front, Victoria Palova, Stina Blackstenius, and, of course, Caitlin Ford. So that is our Arsenal lineup. A couple of changes from the cup final, of course. Thought there might have been a few. For that reason, that NA says there about, the cup hangover, but I'm pretty sure everyone's going to have a massive boost. I'm expecting another big performance from Stina tonight. She had a great game, didn't she, in the final. Liverpool then, it's Rachel Laws in goal. It's Emma Kosovo, Hannah Silcock, Leanne Robe and Taylor Hines as a back 4. Fuka Nagano, Miri Taylor and Sherry Holland in midfield, and Missy Beaucairns, Katie Stengel and Carla Humphrey in their front 3. So that is the Liverpool team. Their first game, I say, for over a month. So, as Jonas said yesterday, what they've been doing? They've been on holiday, have they? Who knows? But we don't really know what to expect from them, do we? It is a bit of a sparse crowd at Meadow Park, I've got to be honest tonight, and I'm not surprised. It is freezing cold and not the best conditions to go out and watch football. So I'm quite glad I'm in the warm with the heating on tonight, and hopefully you'll be enjoying the game along with me tonight. It is Taylor Hines who is the captain for Liverpool. Of course, the absence of their actual captain who's injured at the moment. We're just doing the pre-match rituals here, and it looks as though it may well be we may well be changing ends, are we? Yeah, we are. We're changing ends, which is unusual, isn't it? So Arsenal are going to be attacking at the end, the goal to our left in the first half, which is the North Bank stand at Meadow Park. For those familiar with the stadium, that is the terrace with the roof. The other end, of course, the South stand, where Arsenal will be defending in the first half, is the open terrace, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm presuming it's going to be pretty empty because of how cold it is, and it's open to the elements. But this is going to be a really important game. Arsenal look up for it. We've just done the pre-match huddle. I'm expecting big things from Caitlin Ford and Stina Blackstenius tonight. It's going to be Stina to kick us off, actually. Liverpool are all in dark green. They are attacking a goal to our right. Magnificent Jeff says, hi, Richard, I hope you're doing well. Yesterday, I was watching Emma Hayes' interview after the defeat. I can tell you from her interview, she's very bitter. She knows we played well in all the games. Yeah, of course she's bitter. She's bitter that she wasn't offered the job as Arsenal manager after Vic Akers, wasn't she? That's her problem. She's got a massive problem with Arsenal. Jeff says, when's the Women's Champions League? It is the first leg is the 21st of March, and then the second leg the week after, 28th of March. So a couple of weeks' time. We're off and underway here at Meadow Park. Arsenal in possession straight away. Rafaela Souza has got the ball and plays it out to this near side. Arsenal's left, Katie McCabe back at left back tonight. Plays the ball up the line. They're looking for Frida Marnham, wrestled to the ground. She was there by Hannah Silcock. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Liverpool are going to try and get in our faces, aren't they, early on in this game? Because if they let us settle down and get an early goal, you do fancy that we may well struggle. Terry says, I fancy Stina for a hat-trick tonight. Fair enough. I said that earlier on today, Terry, in our little chat group that we've got for the channel. Quite straight away, the chance at the near post. Oh, Stina's at the post. Oh, so close for Stina Blackstenius. It's across from Katie McCabe on this near side, Arsenal's left. It was a really quick free kick there. Ball played in low to the near post. Stina got a flick on it. It beat the keeper, hit the post, and has gone wide. That's so unlucky there. Wow, we almost did get a goal inside the first minute. There's been a lot of early goals in Arsenal games this last week, hasn't there? Bournemouth at the weekend, of course, the Chelsea game. And we've just hit the post there inside the first minute. Wow. Arsenal now trying to come forward again. Leah Walty plays the ball on to Stina, who gets a slight knock there, but Arsenal still in possession. But now it's gone back to Liverpool goalkeeper Rachel Laws. Stina nearly got the first one of her hat-trick there already, didn't she? Anyway, Rafael Souza steps inside the centre circle there, plays the ball out to this near side, but it's gone out for a throw. It looks like there's a little bit of snow coming down at Meadow Park. It is certainly a cold night, but I'm sure the girls won't feel it once you run around, warm up, you're fine, aren't you? It's just when you first step out there, it's war. I went out for a run earlier in the cold, and it was not much fun, I've got to be honest. But once you get going, you're fine, aren't you? You soon warm up. Anyway, Liverpool trying to come forward down that far side, but Frida Marnham's in quickly there, wins the ball. In fact, she's won a throw for Arsenal over on that far side in front of the Liverpool dugout. All the substitutes with blankets, and you can't blame them actually, because it's a freezing cold night. The crowd looks a little bit more filled up now actually in the crowd as we've got the game underway. So it may not be as bad as we thought, but it's not as big a crowd as a lot of the games have been this season. But it's not surprising, is it? Credit to anyone that's gone out there in this conditions for this game. It's quite sort of difficult to see. It's quite foggy as well. Anyway, Liverpool do clear that ball away. So if I get some of the players wrong, you'll have to forgive me. Magnificent Jafar says, Stina is our top scorer. She has really turned things around. What a player. No, she's fantastic. She's magnificent like you are, Jafar, quite honestly. That's the way it is. And Terry says that Stina's so much more dangerous player straight down the middle. Yeah, she is, because that's where she's going to score goals. That's where she got a goal from on the weekend, didn't she? She was through the centre-forward position. The ball fell in the box, and there she was, tuck it away. And that's what we need her to do more of. But she's got, is it 11 goals, isn't she, this season? So, it's not bad, is it? When you think there's still quite a lot of games left to play, she could get 20, couldn't she? Which would be a brilliant title. Anyway, also coming forward now, Frida Marnham trying to play the ball into Stina. She's not going to quite get there. The ball slightly overhit. The goalkeeper, Rachel Laws, is out to dive at the feet there of the Swede. The ball there wasn't quite the best ball for Stina, in all fairness, from Frida Marnham. Jafar says there, Richard, what did you make of Raphael's performance against Chelsea? Sam Kerr got pocketed. Yeah, she did. You're right. She was brilliant, wasn't she? She's been brilliant since she's joined, actually, when she's been fit. Raphael's been fantastic. And yeah, she was brilliant on Sunday. One of many players who really rose to the occasion in that cup final, wasn't she? So many great performances. Kim Little, Stina was brilliant. Caitlin Ford was brilliant. Leah Walty was brilliant. I mean, they were all brilliant, wasn't it? Let's be honest. It's difficult to single out any one player, but yeah. Rafaela was fantastic, absolutely. And also I've got another free kick. Missy Bo-Cairns has committed another foul. That's 2 already for her, and the referee's having a word. Probably will be a yellow card coming out soon. Exist Photography says, is Lena Hurtig playing? No, she's not. She's not even on the bench. So I know she's just had an injury, so I'm not sure if it's because of that. But she's not even on the bench, Lena Hurtig, unfortunately, tonight. We've only got 6 players on the bench, actually, so we're missing a few. Steph Catley's out as well. I'm not sure if that's an injury or an illness, or maybe it's just too cold for her coming from the hot place that is Australia. Anyway, she's on the bench. She's not even on the bench, sorry. That's the ball played through. Frida Marnham's in. Is this going to be the goal? Oh, Rachel Laws is out quickly again. Great goalkeeping. She's out of her goal very quickly, Rachel Laws. She's been out twice already. Jules there in the chat says, can you please just show the match? Unfortunately, I can't. I'd love to, but if I do, I'd get shut down due to copyright laws. It is on the FA Player in the UK. I'm not sure if wherever you are in the world, if you can watch it. If not, don't worry, stay with us. I'll talk you through the game, so you'll kind of get a feel of what's going on, but I can't show it, unfortunately. I really, really do wish I could. Maybe one day when I've got enough money to cover the copyright, I'll be able to, but at the minute, unfortunately, I can't. Anyway, Liverpool now coming forward for the first time. Missy Bo-Cairns on this near side. That's a poor touch from her, and the ball's run out for a throw to Arsenal. The camera angle's not particularly good. It's not getting the action over on this very, very near touchline, actually. Which is strange, because it's the same position that the cameras are when Sky's here, when BBC are here. But for some reason, when it's on the BBC player, sorry, the camera angle is terrible on this near side. Anyway, also coming forward now, Stina plays the ball up this near side, and it is with Caitlin Ford running at that Liverpool defence inside the penalty area. Caitlin Ford, can she line up a shot? She plays the edge of the box instead to Kim Little. She tries her finger, thought about a shot, but the ball got stuck between her legs a little bit. Caitlin Ford's back in possession again. It falls to Frida Marnham just on the edge of the penalty area, pings it out to that far side. Wasn't a great ball, actually, but Laura Wainwright has got control of it there, plays it back to Frida Marnham. That's into Kim Little. Nice play again, this for Arsenal. Nice and patient, passing the ball around, keeping possession. Leah Walty now just on halfway, slightly over on this near side. Arsenal's left, plays it into midfield. Kim Little very central, bringing the ball forward, looking for a pass out over on that far side. Instead, she goes back to Leah Williamson. She finds Rafaela Souza inside the centre circle. Now it's with Katie McCabe on this near side. Katie McCabe looking for a little bit of movement in front of her, didn't get it, so she goes square instead to Leah Williamson over on that far side. the England Lioness captain, bringing the ball forward in traditional style, touches it off to Katie McCabe and then gets it back again. Leah Williamson turns away from one challenge and then plays a lovely ball through, looking for the run over on that far side of Victoria Palova, but the ball's cut out. Now it's back again with Frida Marnham over on that far side. The Norwegian tries to get across in there. It hits the defender, comes back to her. That's a better ball into the box. So finds Victoria Palova this time. It's very difficult to see over there because it's very murky conditions here. Terry says there, only Katie would be the only player on the whole pitch to have short sleeves. Well, of course she has. She's got short sleeves because she's hardcore. Cross comes in from that far side. Victoria Palova it was. It's cleared away. It's going to be another throw to Arsenal. Jafar says there, Viv and Beth until next season. Unfortunately, yes. I don't think either will play this. Well, Viv definitely won't. Beth, well, no, I don't think so. I've got to be honest. Stina gets clear over on that far side. Couldn't get a cross in, though. And it's gone behind for a goal. It's actually a big kind of crowd behind the goal, behind that North Bank, actually. Yeah, that's quite packed. The rest of the ground doesn't look to be too full. But anyway, it'll still be a decent crowd, of course. You know, Arsenal women are bringing in the crowds this season. All the WSL, let's be honest. Terry says, oh, sorry, Leah. Leah as well. Yeah, there's not many with short sleeves. A couple of Liverpool players I noticed did that as well. Number 35, Miri Taylor's got short sleeves on. Yeah, Leah Williamson has, yeah. I certainly won't be wearing short sleeves. I went out for a run today, and this evening I had two tops on. So there you go, like two long sleeve tops and a woolly hat and gloves and a snood. Anyway, now we're back in behind here. It's Stina Blackstenius over on that far side. Couldn't quite get away from the defender, Leanne Robe. And it is going to be a corner though to Arsenal. Long ball from Leah Williamson over the top. What a ball that was. Almost put Stina in there in between the two defenders there, but the ball wouldn't quite fall for her. And in the end, it was scooped behind by Robe. It's going to be a corner though to Arsenal over on that far side. First corner of the game. Katie McCabe runs across to take it. We've played 8.5 minutes just over here at Meadow Park. The cameraman is dreadful. I've got to be honest. He's all over the place. I know it's cold, mate, but you know what I mean? Still try and keep the camera still. Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal over on that far side. Katie McCabe with it in the murky conditions. Plays it in towards the near post. It's flicked on by Stina Blackstenius. It goes over the top. It's going to be a goal kick to Liverpool. 9 minutes played. It's still Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0. Liverpool haven't got out of their own half yet. It's been all Arsenal. We're just sort of sitting here waiting for that first goal to go in, aren't we? And once it goes in, you do imagine that the floodgates may well open and we could see quite a big Arsenal scoreline tonight. I'd say it's a decent crowd behind the goal there at the North Bank. Can see a few familiar faces there actually behind the goal there. People that we know from going to the games. Good to see those familiar faces there in the crowd getting behind the team as always. It is a goal kick though to Liverpool, which Rachel Laws is going to take, wearing a sort of a purpley lilac-y colour kit actually, which is quite nice. The Liverpool goalkeeper, of course their team are all in dark green. The goal kick goes long towards halfway, but it's an Arsenal head that wins it. It was Victoria Palova. Now Kim Little finds Victoria Palova again. Victoria does really well, lays it off to Kim Little. Magnificent Jafar says, Richard, do you think we'll go in for the United striker next season? Well, if she doesn't sign a contract, then I definitely think we will. But we'll have to see. Liverpool coming forward now. Missy Bocairns on this near side. Plays the ball up the line. That's a good ball, actually, in to Katie Stengel. Pulls it back towards the end of the 6-yard box. Luckily, there's no Liverpool player there. And Kim Little's there covering every blade of grass as always and plays a lovely ball up that far side looking for Stina Blackstenius. Stina's got the ball. Frida Marnham's in the middle. One in a pass. Oh, it wasn't a great pass though from Stina and Liverpool do tidy that up. Yeah, no, I think we'll be in for Russo again if she hasn't signed a new contract. I do, and I actually think that we'll actually get her as well in the summer because I think she wants to come to Arsenal. I think do. But then if Man United win the league, who knows? She might want to stay, mightn't she? But we'll see what happens there. It's going to be interesting. I was going forward again. Stina now on the edge of the box. Can she get a shot away? Tries to curl it in the far corner, just wide. Oh, that was unlucky there from Stina. Really good play, though. Turned away from the defender on the edge of the box there. Lovely turn. Brilliant play from her. Got to the edge of the box. Just tried to curl it in that far post. Didn't quite curl enough. Stina could have had 2 goals already. We said she was going to get a hat-trick. And if she carries on like this, I'm sure she's going to get a couple of goals here at least. Looking really, really lively, I'll say. I think that goal on Sunday has really done her confidence a world of good. But it's another goal kick to Liverpool, which Rachel Laws is going to take in the very, very cold conditions here. Early spring it's meant to be, but it's much more like winter for the time being, for the next week or so maybe. Anyway, Leah Williamson now gets that ball back to goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger, who must be freezing cold, all in yellow tonight. Manu is, that's her first touch of the ball in these freezing conditions. Anyway, that ball played up the line towards Stina Blackstenius again. She's been involved in everything, Stina. She does well again there, lays the ball off to Kim Little. Now it's with Leah Walty inside the centre circle. Plays it up this near side to Katie McCabe. Katie McCabe gets the ball out of her feet and finds Leah Walty. That's a nice ball towards the edge of the box there, looking for Victoria Palova, but the defender steps in there. I think it was Hannah Silcock stepped in. But Arsenal picks up the ball again with Leah Walty on this near side, Arsenal's left. Jeffar says there, Stina's movement is elite. She's always at the right place. No, she is. I think she's a fantastic player, and I think she gets a lot of criticism for. I don't think she deserves. I think she's a brilliant player, and she's got a lot of goals for Arsenal. And yes, she's missed a few chances, of course, but it's her movement that gets her into those positions. And sometimes she just needs to be a little bit calmer in her finishing, like she was on Sunday. But I think she's been a brilliant signing for us, and I think she's a great player. I agree, and her movement is fantastic. Well, she's world class. Her movement is world class. There's no doubt. Anyway, Leah Williamson plays that ball up the line, looking for Victoria Palova over on that far side. But Liverpool step in, win the ball, and now they're trying to come forward themselves. But Laura Wainwright is there. Good play from her. I'm sure she was disappointed not to start the cup final. She had such a good season. But it proved to be a good decision to play it in Noel Moritz, didn't it, from Jonas in the end. Anyway, I was going forward again. Leah Walter, that long ball forward. Oh, it almost fell to Victoria Palova. It has fell to Victoria Palova now as Liverpool player down injured. Victoria Palova plays across in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed out by Silcock. Only comes to Laura Wainwright now on this near side. Now plays it out to Kim Little. Another cross comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed out this time by Emma Kovitso, the Finnish defender, and it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. Is it a corner? I'm not quite sure because the cameraman isn't really on the ball here at all. We can't see this near side very well, but it has gone out of play. I think it might well be it is a corner. It is a corner on this near side. I'm not quite sure what the position of this camera's doing because the other cameras are normally all right anyway. You need to wipe it down as well. It's a bit wet, the screen. If you want some help, mate, you give me a call. I'll help you out. I've filmed a few games in my time. Anyway, it's a corner over on this near side. I can't see who's taking it, but I think it might be Frida Martin. A near post, headed up rather than away there by the Liverpool defender. Leah Williamson heads it back to Katie McCabe. Lines up across towards the far post. A great ball. Oh, good punch away there by the goalkeeper, Rachel Law, sorry. Liverpool trying to come forward on a counter-attack, but it's going to be a throw to Arsenal in front of the Arsenal dugout. There's a coach there, an Arsenal coach actually with the ball. He's got short sleeves on as well, no coat. So I don't know, quite... he's feeling a bit brave, isn't he? Anyway, I haven't seen Jonas, actually. He did sound a bit croaky in his press conference yesterday. Maybe he's not here. Maybe he's got a sore throat. Not really sure. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now with Katie McCabe on this near side. Arsenal's left, crosses halfway, plays the ball for us. A good ball to Frida Martin. A nice turn from Frida, lays the ball square to Kim Little. Tries to play out to this near side. Caitlin Falls. Not really been in this game much so far, Caitlin. But she gets the ball now, plays it back to Leah Walty. That's with Katie McCabe in to Frida Marnham. Been heavily involved as well in these early stages. 15 minutes played. It is still Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0. Leah Williamson just lays it off to Rafaela Souza. Plays the ball forward there towards Frida, but it just runs away from Frida there. And Liverpool now can look to launch a counter-attack, but not for long because Rafaela Souza steps in. That's a good ball forward as well to Stina. Lays it off into the path of Frida Marnham. Good defending actually by Kovista over on that far side. And now the ball's gone out over on the far side, for a throw to Arsenal. This is good pressure from Arsenal. We're just waiting for that first goal. A lovely play there from Stina again. Tried to get Frida Marnham, and it was good play from Kovista there. And then it was Leanne Rowe put the ball out for a throw over on that far side. Kim Little now in possession for Arsenal. Lays it back to Leah Williams. That's Rafaela Souza. This is good play from Arsenal. It's been a good performance so far from the Continental Cup winners for 2023. Sounds good, doesn't it? Ending our 4-year trophy drought and in fine style. Ball now comes up this near side. Caitlin Ford this time, a little bit of space. Is she going to be able to run at that Liverpool defence? She's inside the penalty, gets to the byline. Can she pull it back? She can't quite get the cross in. It's gone into the side netting. It's going to be a goal kick to Liverpool. But that's a good run that from Caitlin. She's only had the ball a couple of times in these opening 10 minutes or so. And she tried to get to the byline and get the cross in, but she was off balance and it went into the side net. Good defending actually from Kavista there. So we played at 16 and a half minutes. It's another goal kick to Liverpool. They haven't really, haven't got out of their half yet. They haven't tested Manu Zinsberger at all. She must be freezing the Arsenal goalkeeper. And Arsenal again pick up possession now. Leah Walty plays it forward to Frida Meyer. It's a good ball. Looking for Victoria Plover on the edge of the penalty area. She couldn't quite get a shot away. She's still in possession of Victoria. Now she tries a shot. It's deflected. Is it going to fall to Frida Meyer? No, it isn't. Good defending actually there from Fuka Nagana, the Japanese midfield player. And now Liverpool are coming forward over on that far side. A rare attack for them. That's a long ball over the top. Actually finds Missy Bokens on the edge of the box. Tries a shot. It's straight at Manu Zinsberger. That's the first effort Liverpool have had at goal. We played 17 minutes. It was Missy Bokens. She was the player over there. A little bit of space for a good first touch. Really good first touch. Hit the shot with her second touch, but it was straight at Manu Zinsberger. No problem at all for the Arsenal goalkeeper. And the cameraman is having problems again, trying to focus his camera, which is doing my head in. Anyway, Manu Zinsberger's got the ball now. She's bouncing it on the very, very hard frozen pitch. Although it's nowhere near as bad as the pitch at Liverpool. I think the ball might be flat, actually. Manu Zinsberger's complaining that the ball's flat. And maybe it is. So we're going to have a new ball, are we? Or we're going to just play on with this one? No, we're going to play on with this ball. She just rolled it out there to Leah Williamson. The ball must be okay. It's probably just cold, like everybody else. And it has a poor ball from Leah Williamson. She gives it back to Missy Bokens, plays the ball into the box. And Leah Walsh had to come across. It was a mistake there from Leah Williamson. A rare mistake from Leah Williamson. Her distribution there, really poor. Almost allowed Liverpool in again. It was Missy Bokens with the cross, but it's put behind by Leah Walsh. It's a corner to Liverpool. It's their first corner now. And Arsenal looking a little bit ragged there just for a few seconds. Carla Humphrey it was looking to get on the end of that cross. But Leah Walty was there. The cameraman is still struggling to keep in touch with the action here. He's really, really poor, I've got to be honest. And it's always the same when it's on iPlayer. Anyway, it's going to be a corner to Liverpool over on this near side. So we can't see who's taking it because the cameraman's not able to get that. There's a bit of pushing and shoving inside the 6-yard box actually going on here between Carla Humphrey and Victoria Palova. We've got Robert in the chat there, my friend. He says, hi, Rich, hope all is well. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad at all. We'll be feeling a little bit happier with life if Arsenal can win this game. But it's a corner to Liverpool, so we've got some defending to do. We're coming up to the 20-minute mark here in this cold, cold night at Meadow Park, but it's a corner to Liverpool. It's deep towards the far post. Oh, it's just flicked away there by, I think it was Leah Walsey there. In fact, it wasn't. It must have come off a Liverpool head. It's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. S77 official says they must win. We have to qualify for Champions League. Exactly, yeah. If we can win this game today, and then we've got Reading on Sunday at home, again, another game we'd be expected to win. 6 points. Well, that would be a great week, wouldn't it? Follow on from that cup final victory, and then who knows? Some other teams might drop points around us and above us, and then we'll be in a good position, won't we? But we can just win our games. We can't worry too much about what everyone else is going to do. We just need to win our games, and hope that it's enough to get us where we want to be. Which obviously minimum is a top 3, isn't it? And obviously we want to try and still challenge for that title. It's not mathematically impossible, is it? We're still right in there fighting. Liverpool coming forward now on that far side. This is a good run, actually, by Sherry Holland. She's inside the penalty area, tries to get a crossing, but Caitlin falls there to volley it away. And suddenly Arsenal might have a counter-attack. Stina lays it off to Frida Marnham. And Stina's gone on a run again up that far side, but Frida Marnham cuts in, looking for a bit of support over on this near side, Arsenal's left, and she's found Katie McCabe. Arsenal dealt with that pretty well, actually. And now it's with Caitlin Ford. Again, running out of Liverpool defence. It's into the box. Frida Marnham tries a shot at the near post, maybe pulling it back. Would have been a better option. Stina was on the penalty spot there, free. But Frida's tried a shot from a really, really tight angle. She probably wasn't going to score from there at the near post. Good save, though, from Rachel Laws, but perhaps the wrong decision there from Victoria, you have to say. Robert says, hey, everyone, I hope you fans are in good form. Well, I'm sure all the fans are in good form. We've had a good week, haven't we? Let's be honest. Enjoying the football. We are midway through this first half. It's still Arsenal nil, Liverpool nil, but it has been all Arsenal so far. The best says their score predictions. Yeah, I mean, put your score predictions in. I went 5-0 at the start. And I'm still going to stick with that, even though we haven't scored yet. I do think once we get one, we might get a few more. But suddenly we're giving the ball away a couple of times in defence. A little bit sloppy there from Arsenal. We've been in control of this game up until now, but we've made a couple of silly mistakes at the back there. But we have won the ball back again. It's now with Katie McCabe on this near side for Arsenal. 21 and a half minutes played. Still 0-0, but Arsenal have been the better team by quite some distance. And we're coming forward again now. Frida Marnham, a nice turn away from Missy Boken. She's on a run now. Frida Marnham finds Caitlin Ford on this near side. Arsenal's left. Caitlin Ford inside the area. Can she get a cross in? She's held up briefly though. She's got Katie McCabe in support, and she does find Katie McCabe coming back. And Arsenal will keep possession, but we are forced back again with Leah Walty. Exist Photography says 4-0. Yeah, why not? 4-0 would be nice, wouldn't it? Let's get that first goal first, and then we can relax a little bit, and then we can enjoy, hopefully, a really nice, relaxed evening. But at the moment, we've got work to do because it is still 0-0. Leah Williams almost ran into trouble there. And in the end, the ball has gone all the way back to Manu Zinsberger, who just plays it short to Kim Little. Yeah, it's a little bit ragged Arsenal at the back, though. We've made a few little mistakes in the last 5 minutes, but this is better coming forward over on that far side. And Arsenal have now won a throw, which Laura Wainwright is going to take on Arsenal's right. See if we can get this breakthrough in the last part of the second half. Robert says, what time are you on, Rich, so we can keep up with you? I'm on 23 minutes now. Exactly. 23 minutes exactly. It is a corner to Arsenal over on the far side. Stina won that there. It was off the Liverpool defender. It was Leanne Rowe it came off, actually. She's done some good defensive work for Liverpool in this opening 23 minutes. Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal. Katie McCabe is coming across to take it from the far side, Arsenal's right. So it's going to be an in-swinger with her left foot. We know what a great delivery Katie McCabe has from set pieces. A good one here could result in a goal. Rafaela Souza's in there. She had that goal taken off her in the cup final, didn't she? Went down as an own goal. She can get one of her own. That's a good corner. Always headed out though on the edge of the 6-yard box. But Victoria Palova is going to pick this up for Arsenal. In fact, she lets it run behind. No, she doesn't. She's done well. Victoria Palova goes past the challenge, puts across. It's a near post. Stina doesn't get there, but Leah Williamson does. It's a goal for Arsenal. Stina just couldn't quite finish it off, but Leah Williamson ran the far post. That is her first goal of the season for Arsenal. Her first goal of the season. Wow. It took a long time coming. It was worth the wait, wasn't it? It is. That was brilliant play from Victoria Palova. Across there, Stina couldn't quite get on the end of it, but Leah Williamson did at the far post to make it. And it is 1-0 to the Arsenal, as we like it to be. The Liverpool goalkeeper, Rachel Laws, is just getting some treatment, gone down injured there. Not quite sure what the problem is, but the result is, in fact, the goal's been disallowed. The goal has been disallowed, guys. I don't know what for. I don't know what it's been disallowed for. It's been disallowed. So the fun there, getting there. Yes, Leah. Unfortunately not. We thought it was Leah's first goal of the season, but it isn't because it's just been disallowed. I don't even know why. So I'll have to change the score back now. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Anyway, it's still 0-0. Terry says, boo. Indeed, boo. Exit Photography says, do you think Arsenal ladies will get a new stadium in future? Maybe they'll just move into the Emirates as well, you know, if we can get the crowds. I don't think we'll build a separate stadium for them, I've got to be honest. They're under contract at Meadow Park until 2024. I don't know whether there's an extension been signed already, I'm not sure. But anyway, that is where we're supposed to be. Exist Photography says, we are watching on FA Player 2, no foul. Oh, I didn't think there was a foul. I don't know what that was disallowed for. Anyway, Leah must be a bit disappointed because it would have been her first goal of the season, and I think that would have opened the floodgates. But it has been disallowed, and it's not going to count, which is a bit frustrating because it looked like a good goal. Really good play from Victoria Palova on the left-hand side. Got past the defender, put a cross in towards the near post initially. Stina couldn't quite get there at full stretch, but Leah Williamson came in around the back and tapped it into the empty net. But it hasn't counted. It's been given as a free kick. It looks like possibly for a foul on the goalkeeper, where the Stina didn't touch the goalkeeper. Anyway, goalkeepers are slightly overprotected, as we know, but strange that one's got disallowed, isn't it? Robert says, hey, what's up here? No one ran to Williams to congratulate us because it's been disallowed. Maybe they heard the whistle go and we didn't. But yeah, that's why no one celebrated, because the goal doesn't stand. Unless it was an offside maybe against Stina. She didn't look offside anyway. Arsenal looking to make amends for that. Kim Little now plays the ball forward, looking for Caitlin Ford, but it's cleared away again by Liverpool. And that goal would have come at a good time as well, because we'd just been making a few little sloppy mistakes at the back, and I wasn't too happy about that. But to break forward and get that goal as we did would have settled us down, but it's been disallowed, so we've got to try and come again. Stina's claiming she was fouled there. In fact, her boot was clipped and her boots fell off, and that ball's played over the top. But Manu Zinsberger is going to get there and picks the ball up. Just that one comfortable save for Manu Zinsberger so far in this game. But we've played 27 minutes. There will be a little bit of stoppage time at the end of this first half in the end due to that injury there to the goalkeeper that led to the goal being disallowed or potentially offside. I'm not really sure what the reason was it was disallowed, but it was disallowed. And Arsenal now coming forward again, but Liverpool win the ball back in midfield there with Hannah Silcock, but Arsenal now win it back. Leah Walty plays the ball to Frida Marnham, a little bit of space inside the centre circle for Frida Marnham. She's got Victoria Plover outside her, into Stina inside the box. Stina shot on the turn, she scored! Stina Blackstenius, she's been the best player on the pitch for Arsenal. She's just given us the lead, and this one is definitely going to count. The players do celebrate this one. Stina doing what she does best, a shot on the turn, and this time it actually really is. And I suppose the only good thing about that earlier goal being disallowed is that we get to play that little tune twice. But this one really is 1-0 to the Arsenal. Stina Blackstenius it is. She's had a couple of chances already. She's looked lively and she's on the score sheet again. And Arsenal lead in the WSL for the first time in quite a while. And fully deserved lead it is as well. Obviously, it should be 2-0. But anyway, we'll take 1-0 for now. We've played 28 minutes. And then, OK, second goal getting there. That's right. This time it does count. And it is Stina, and we're delighted. Exist Photography says goal. Terry says Stina. Yes, Stina. She's been brilliant so far in this game, as she was at the weekend, and as she has been in most games. And this time she took her chance. Good goal, actually, right on the edge of the penalty. It was Frida Marnham played the ball to her just on the turn, first time shot. She's got a lot of goals like that, hasn't she, Stina? And that one there just had the power and accuracy just to go past the goalkeeper, Rachel Laws. She couldn't quite get down quick enough. And Arsenal lead, and fully deserved lead it is as well. Now, Rafaela Souza coming forward. Can we get more goals now? Lovely little flick there from Caitlin Ford, trying to let Katie McCabe in there, but the ball just too far ahead of her. And it's gone behind for a throw to Liverpool on this near side in a little part of the pitch that the cameraman can't see because he's put his camera in a very, very poor position. Anyway, it's very, very strange watching the game and you can't see a little bit of the pitch. It's like being in a ground when the roof's in your way and you can't see half of the pitch. Anyway, Leah Walty now in possession for Arsenal, finds Kim Little, just lays it back to Leah Williamson. Her goal disallowed, but it doesn't matter now, as a few moments later, Stina's fired us ahead with a really, really good finish. Great goal from Stina, and fully deserved for the Arsenal performance so far. We've played 30 minutes and Arsenal now in the lead and looking good for this 3 points, which is much, much needed as well, because we have to win this game. It would be it seems strange to say when we're in March, our first WSL goal of the first WSL win of the year it would be if we do win this game, because so far we've had 2 draws and 1 defeat, which has seen us drop out of the top 3, sorry, but we've got a big opportunity tonight to jump back in there. Robert says they're great spelling, Terry. Yeah, well, I mean, you can put as many A's as you like in Stina. Jafar says, Richard, do you think these WSL referees lack accountability? For example, that Chelsea game, Caitlin Ford was fouled inside the box. It was a clear pen. One day on earth wasn't given. Yeah, I mean, the referees in the WSL, along with the referees in the Premier League, do seem to be very, very poor, don't they? And something needs to be done if we want to, we consider our leagues to be the best leagues in the world in terms of the football quality and the players, but we've got the worst referees in both the men and the women's game. It's something that needs to be looked at because it's shocking, actually, the standard of refereeing. I mean, the referee tonight has done all right so far, to be fair. We'll give them praise when they deserve it. Of course we will. But overall, the referee on Sunday, it was dreadful. In that whole game, she was dreadful. That was the most blatant penalty we're ever going to see, wasn't it, on Caitlin Ford in the second half? But anyway, we won the game. We're not that fussed now, but the standard has to improve. Going forward. And all they'll do is bring VAR in. And that's not going to improve it because it hasn't improved the Premier League, has it? So it's not going to improve the WSL because it's still the same clowns that are operating it. Anyway, Liverpool coming forward now. Missy Boken's cross. Rafaela Souza heads it away. And now Arsenal can maybe launch a counter-attack. Frida Marnham. Brilliant play from Frida Marnham. Bringing it forward now. She's run 20 yards. She almost got fouled, but she's kept possession. She's going to go herself. She does go herself just over the bar. What a goal that would have been, actually. Maybe she should have looked for the pass. In fact, it's going to be a yellow card for the Liverpool defender there. She did try to foul Frida. She clipped her, but Frida kept her feet and then fired a shot away. And actually, it was Miri Taylor. Good referee, actually. See, there, you have to give the referee praise there. She's went back and booked the Liverpool player for that foul on Frida Marnham, even though the play went on and Frida went on at a shot. Good refereeing that was. So, we will praise them when they deserve it. And I think the referee tonight's been good so far. Refereed the game really well. Easy game for to referee so far, let's be honest. But even so, she's done well, and that was really good refereeing there. So well done to the referee. I don't know her name. I do apologise, but I will find out. Anyway, also coming forward again, Victoria Palova over on that far side. Plays the ball into Frida Marnham again inside the penalty area. Shots blocked, but only falls to Victoria Palova, and Frida Marnham's won it back again over on that far side. Can she get across? And she does. Too close, though, to Rachel Laws, the Liverpool goalkeeper. Stina, again, was in there hunting for goals. She looks hungry for goals, Stina, doesn't she, tonight? She's got one already. Caitlin Ford just robs that ball, finds Stina again. Stina goes past one challenge just on the edge of the Liverpool penalty. She's inside the area now. Stina, she's going to try a shot. I think she was fouled there, but she keeps her foot again. Now it's over that far side. Victoria Palova finds Laura Wainwright, pulls it back to Frida Marnham. Oh, she missed her kick. It's come to Stina. Oh, good save from Rachel Laws. But Caitlin Ford's there with a follow-up. It is 2-0. And Arsenal now are surely in control of this game. Surely that's the 3 points sealed. Stina again at the heart of it. Her shot was saved really well by Rachel Laws, but she pushed it up into the air. Caitlin Ford was there. Bang, headed it in. It is 2-0 to Arsenal. I mean, Stina's shot was maybe a bit too close to the goalkeeper. She made a decent save, but she couldn't get it out. And Caitlin Ford gets a well-deserved goal. She hasn't scored for a while, despite some magnificent performances. So she fully deserves a goal. Very, very pleased for Caitlin to get herself a goal tonight. It is now Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. We are totally in control of this game. But Frida Marnham has just gone down with a little injury there in the build-up to that goal, which is a little bit unfortunate, isn't it? Exist Photography says, goal indeed. Terry says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It all helps. It does. Yeah, the thumbs up really does help. So if you do enjoy the channel, and you're not sure if you want to subscribe yet, I mean, that's fine. I understand that. But do give it a like because it really does help the channel. It just helps the YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. It makes people think that it's good, you see, because people like it. So if you are liking it, please give it a thumbs up. That'd be really appreciated. S77 officials there. We have a little bit of a finishing problem, but I need Palova to score. Well, we do have a little bit of a finishing problem. I agree. Oh, Jonas is there. He's got his long Arsene Wenger coat on, looking rather cool. And I didn't see him before. He must have been sitting down, which is good. Terry says Fordy deserves that goal. She does, yeah. Nice. Keep it tight from now on and hopefully bump up the goal difference a bit to get closer to Chelsea. No, exactly, yeah, that's what we want to try and do tonight. Good opportunity to do that now. And Robert says goal in Brazilian kind of style. It wasn't a Brazilian who scored. It was Australian. I don't know how the Australians celebrate goals, actually. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a goal and we are 2-0 up, and I wouldn't say cruising, but we are certainly in a good position. Frida's okay anyway. She's had a bit of treatment and she's now getting a drink. In fact, she's got 2 drinks there, a bit greedy, isn't she? And she just throws the 2 bottles down on the floor. And she's going to come back on now, Frida. She did play a part in that goal. She sort of miskicked her shot, actually. It fell to Stina. her shot was saved by Rachel Laws, and then Caitlin Ford headed home the rebound into the empty net. It's 2-0 and fully deserved for Arsenal being a dominant team from the start. Terry says there, we don't just like it. Hit that thumbs up because we love it. Well, I hope you do love it, Terry. I know you do. I hope everybody else enjoys what we do. And if you do, yeah, give it a like. And if you are new here and you may be not too sure about what we do, check out some of the other stuff that we do. We do cover the men and the women, stuff on the club's history. It's just an Arsenal channel. And we don't ignore the women at all. We love the women, and we give them maximum coverage. And in fact, sometimes we give them more coverage than we give to the men's team. So if it is something that you enjoy, please subscribe. We've got a show on Friday, the usual panel show, the Arsenal Women's Weekly, looking back at the cup final, looking back at this performance as well, plus as well looking into the Reading game at the weekend, which is going to be good. So join us on Friday for that. We've got someone with a wonderful name, Wanda Hamonga. What a great name there. Come on, you Gunners, indeed. And Magnificent Jaffa, of course, has got the best name out of everyone in the chat, pretty much. Is this our game in hand? Well, it's not really a game in hand, is it? I suppose it is a game in hand. It's a game that we would have played this at the weekend had we not been in the cup final, which is why Chelsea are playing tonight as well for the same reason. So it's not really a game in hand on the teams above us. Well, I suppose it is because they all played at the weekend, didn't they? See, I know it is a game in hand. What am I talking about? Yeah, it is. Anyway, Frida coming forward now. She's going to get herself a goal. That shot's blocked, actually. It hits Hannah Silcock, and then Liverpool do clear it away. Frida's shooting from all angles at the minute, and they're not going in, are they? Anyway, we'll see. We've got Muramina says there, any news on Vivian and Mead? Well, they're both in rehab from their operations on their ACL injury, so it's going to be, they're not going to play this season. Won't be till next season now. I mean, there's a possibility that Beth could maybe have an off chance make the World Cup because it doesn't start till the end of July. Possibly Viv won't. She's a bit further behind in her rehab. But we're not going to see either of them two playing for Arsenal until next season now. And it won't even be the start of next season for Viv, probably maybe October time we might see her back. So, yeah, unfortunately, we need to cope without two of the greatest players in the world. It's been tough, but we've managed to win a trophy without them, so that's good news, isn't it, for the players who are fit and available, and just shows that we've got something special here at this club this season. There's an offside against Missy Bocairns there for Liverpool. The best says there, I hope Leah gets into midfield and then Lotta can come into defence. Then Leah hopefully can score a goal in midfield or can assist. Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, she did get a goal earlier, it was disallowed. She might get another one. We'll have to see. Terry says, shame Chelsea are 2 up. Well, yeah, we expected a win. Brighton at home, what do you expect? Mark C says, took a long time to break the duck, but then 2 come along in just a few minutes. Yeah, a bit like London buses. But yeah. It's good that we've got the goals. We might get another one now before half-time. Laura Wainwright coming forward, plays it into Victoria Palova. Lovely touch from Victoria Palova just on the edge of the penalty. Plays it in to Frida Marnham. Oh, maybe that was a wrong choice of ball, actually. Frida Marnham was a little bit crowded out there, and she couldn't manage to turn and get a shot away. Again, though, it's good play from Arsenal coming forward and dominating at this play. But Liverpool now looking for a little counter-attack. They've had 1 or 2 little moments, mainly to do with Arsenal being a little bit sloppy at times. Jafar says, last week I rewatched Jill Rod's career at Arsenal. She really didn't live up to the expectations. I thought she was a great player, Jill. Yeah, maybe she didn't quite hit the heights of Arsenal that she could have done, maybe, but I still think she was a fantastic player for us. It'd be nice to have her back, wouldn't it? Anyway, Caitlin Ford now coming forward. When we had Ford and Rawd was quite good, wasn't it? And now we've just got Ford, and she has scored a goal tonight, which is great. And she's playing so well at the minute. Leah Williamson now in the centre circle, plays out to the far side. Laura Wainwright to his attack against defences first half. We're into the last 5 minutes now of normal time. Ball played forward there into Stina, who scored that first goal. Katie McCabe now tried to feed Frida Marnham, but it's fell to Leah Walty instead. Lovely touch from Frida, finds Caitlin Ford on this near side. Can she get a cross in? Ford does to the near post. Header comes in from Stina. She claimed it hit the defender. It's gone wide. Stina a little bit frustrated with the referee a couple of times in this first half. Decent cross there. Looked like it maybe did come off the defender, actually. But anyway, it's gone behind. It's going to be a goal kick to Liverpool, which Rachel Laws is going to take. But no, I mean, Jill was a fantastic player. We saw her playing the Euros in the summer for Holland. She scored in one of the games we went to against Sweden, actually. She's a great player, isn't she, Jill Ward? She, of course, scored against us in the Champions League last season, didn't she, for Wolfsburg, which knocked us out. One of the goals that ended up knocking us out of the competition, which was nice, wasn't it? Anyway, we may well meet her again in the semi-final this year if we get through. Anyway, Jill Ward, Frida Marnham, coming forward now, finds Victoria Pelova over on that far side. Will she prove to be another great Dutch signing for Arsenal? Kim Little there made a mistake for once. She kicked the ball out, miskicks it, it's gone out for a throw to Liverpool. It's not often you see that, is it? A little bit of a historic moment there. Kim Little making a mistake, giving the ball away. Doesn't happen very often, does it, in all the time she's been there? S77 says, Stina lacks confidence. No, she doesn't anymore. I think she had a great game. She got a great goal tonight. She got a great goal in the final. I think her confidence is back. She's looking sharp. She's looking lively. And I think she's been brilliant in this game. Anyway, there is a Liverpool player injured over on that far side, right near the touchline, getting a little bit of treatment there. So we're going to have another hold up here. Not quite sure what happened there. It was a challenge there from Frida Marnham. In fact, the ball might have hit her in the face, actually, off Frida Marnham there. But she's going to need some treatment. We've played nearly 42 minutes. Coming towards half-time. It's going to be a fair old chunk of stoppage time, actually, because the trainer's been on 3 or 4 times in this first half. And I do think when it's cold weather like this, you tend to find you do get more injuries during the game, little minor injuries, because, you know, when you're cold, the ball hits you hard, it hurts a bit more, doesn't it? And everything seems to hurt a bit more when it's cold. But anyway, the breaking play isn't helpful, is it? The players look quite cold as they're waiting for the game to restart again. Leah Williamson in particular looks really cold. Talking to Laura Wainwright there over on that far side, discussing a few tactical bits and bobs. And if Leah Williamson tells you what to do, you're going to listen, aren't you? Because she's the England captain and she's brilliant. Anyway, we're going to restart the game now. It's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. The cameraman doesn't know what he's doing. And it has gone back to Rachel Laws, the Liverpool goalkeeper, in front of the North Bank at Meadow Park. Plays the ball out to that far side. Again, Arsenal win it back high up the pitch with Victoria Pelova. In fact, she doesn't, because Liverpool come forward with the ball. That's a ball played through the middle there, but Manu Zinsberger's out of her goal quickly, goes long up that far side. The ball bounces off Victoria Pelova, actually, and Liverpool can come forward again. But Katie McCabe steps in. Now she's bringing the ball forward. Katie McCabe looking for a bit of support. She didn't get it. And she's gone back instead to Rafaela Souza. And she just finds Leah Williamson. Plays the ball forward to Captain Kim. Just lays it off to Rafaela Souza again, gets it back. Kim Little finds Leah Walter on this near side. It's a good ball outline to Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford goes past Missy Bow-Cairns. And Covisso does well, actually, finds Leah Walty again. That's a lovely ball inside, looking for the run of Steen. Oh, it just runs away from her there, and goalkeeper Rachel Laws is in. Jafar says there, Kim Little is Miss Arsenal, in my opinion. Since I've been watching women's football, I've never seen a dominating box-to-box DM and consistent player like her. She deserves a statue. Oh, 100%. Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. She's been... What a magnificent role model she's been for women's football. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, also coming forward now, Frida Marnham plays it into Kim Little, actually, but Liverpool do manage to get it away. Comes to Leah Waltz, it's deflected her shot, and Liverpool clear it away. Hannah Silcock it was, and that was a good play from Arsenal. No, you're right about Kim Little. She's been a magnificent player, not only for Arsenal, you know, throughout her career. I know most of her career has been at Arsenal, but she's played a couple of other teams as well, hasn't she? And she's been fantastic ambassador for football, for women's football, and for Arsenal Football Club. Absolutely brilliant. And yeah, a statue would be great, wouldn't it? A statue. Not so much. You wouldn't know where to put it though, would you? Where would you put this statue? Maybe because Meadow Park technically isn't Arsenal's ground, is it? It's Boreham Wood's ground, so I don't know. And obviously, women don't play at the Emirates that much, do they? Kim Little's not played there much, so I don't know. But yeah, she deserves massive recognition for everything that she's done. Anyway, also coming forward again, good play from Leah Walty. Stina now on the turn. She's got Frida Marnham ahead of her. Stina is still going, plays the ball through. Oh, looking for Frida, didn't quite reach her there. Terry says Stina is playing like she's a foot taller since a cup final, including the final. No, you're right. I thought she played well in the league game in the FA Cup game, against Chelsea, didn't she? She couldn't get a goal. She missed a couple of chances, and you could see she was affected by that. But she's kept going and got a full reward. Jeffar says, Richard, who is your all-time favourite Arsenal women's player? Oh, that is a very tough question, isn't it? Because there's been so many great players over the years, hasn't there? I don't know. I mean, you know, obviously you're talking about Kim Little. It's hard to see beyond Kim Little, isn't it? How brilliant she is. Leah Williams, I know they're in the current team, but they're both players that's played for a long time. You know, Alex Scott, was a great player as well, wasn't she? Back in the day. Anyway, Stina now inside the penalty area. Stina on the shot on the turn. Oh, she's unlucky there, straight at the goalkeeper. She did well, Stina. Really, really good. Obviously, Kelly Smith was a great player. There's been so many, hasn't there? Rachel Yankee, just so many. It's difficult to pick one individual player, isn't it? From all the players that we've had, there's been so many brilliant players. Beth Mead, of course, as well. Viv Miedemar. I mean, wow, we've been fortunate, haven't we? Some of the players that we've been lucky enough to see play for our great club over the years. You know, Leanne Sanderson as well. I remember her scoring 50-odd goals in one season. You know, what a great player she was. So, yeah, I mean, just so many. It's difficult to pick one. But, yeah, Kim Little's got to be in with a shout, hasn't she, just because of how brilliant she's been for so long. So, yeah, she'd definitely be up there, wouldn't she, without a doubt. Caitlin Ford now has just been too strong there for Liverpool defender. Caitlin Ford running out defence, plays the ball through, looking for the runner, Frida Marnham, just couldn't quite get there. Frida Marnham's ever, isn't she? She makes them forward runs into the box. We've actually played 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. I don't know how much stoppage time there's meant to be, but we did think there'd be quite a bit due to the fact that the training's been on about 3 or 4 times. But we are about to finish this first half with Arsenal fully in control. And just see if we can get a few more goals in the second half. A long ball there from Rachel Laws. Rafaela Souza wins that header. But Liverpool do pick the ball up actually over on that far side with Sherry Holland. But it's gone off Laura Wainwrighter for a throw to Liverpool. We've played 2.5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half that's been dominated by Arsenal. And it is 2-0 and pretty comfortable. Across now to this near side by Liverpool, but Manu Zinsberger's there as the sleet falls here at Meadow Park. It's a very, very cold and wintry evening here in Hertfordshire, even though it's meant to be spring. So that's so much for global warming. Doesn't seem to be working too well, does it, at the moment? We're having a very late winter at this moment in time. Anyway, Arsenal just playing it out from the back. And the camera needs a wipe as Leah Walty brings the ball forward. That's a great ball to Frida Marnham. We're going to get a third goal. It's played in towards Caitlin Ford again. It's not quite the right ball, is it? Frida Marnham now was not quite able to find the 2 runners that she had. Jeffar says there, 50 goals in a season? That's crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. I mean, I think she got 40 the season after as well. So she certainly got some goals, Leanne Sanderson for Arsenal back in the day. Robert says there, Raphael has flown up to the top of my recommendation in defence, working so well with Leah and Kate. Yeah, she's brilliant. Absolutely. What a player. What a player. Terry says, yes, a bit hard to answer that, but Serena is definitely the best women's manager I've ever seen or known. Yeah. No, she is. Definitely is. Although Vic Akers is probably the best women's football coach, although he's not a woman, a women's coach, coaching a women's team. He's obviously the best, isn't he? For all those trophies that he won for Arsenal. In fact, there goes the half-time whistle. We got 4 minutes of stoppage time in the end. Not really a surprise, I say, with those injuries. It is half-time. It is Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. It took a while, didn't it, for the goals to arrive? It was a dominant Arsenal performance. We had 2 or 3 chances. Stina hit the post in the first minute. But it was Stina's goal that gave Arsenal the lead midway through that first half. A great finish from the edge of the penalty area. Good work it was from Frida Marnham in the build-up to that. And then the second goal, again, Stina was involved. It was her shot. It was saved by the Liverpool goalkeeper, Rachel Laws, but it fell kindly for Caitlin Ford to head into the empty net. It's 2-0. Just before the first goal, there was a good effort from Leah Williamson, which was a goal that was ruled out for, we're not sure if it was offside or a foul, actually, on the goalkeeper. Anyway, either way, it was disallowed and the goal didn't count. But anyway, we've got the 2 goals in the end, and that's the main thing that matters. And it's just a matter now of thinking that, you know, we are going to, I said, I can't see who. They've just showed the goal again that Leah Williamson scored. It was offside, and I can't see who was offside. But anyway, it doesn't matter. They're going to show the goals that actually did count. It was Stina's finish there from Frida Marnham's run and pass, got the first goal, and you know, my prediction of 5-0 is definitely still on the cards, isn't it? We've had enough chances. We do need to start being a little bit more clinical, though, don't we? Because it's been a problem, hasn't it? We've had lots and lots of chances, not scoring goals. And today, although we're 2-0 up, we could easily be 5-0 up at half time. I'm sure there'll be more goals in the second half, but definitely. Robert says, I think this cameraman's windscreen wipers are broken. Either that or he is smoking heavily. Feeling high, I guess. Well, he's not quite high enough, is he? Because he can't see the full pitch. Robert says, must be on speed with that camera. Hard to see what he's going. Yeah, I mean, the cameraman's been dreadful, honestly. And it's not the first time on the FA player, unfortunately. So one criticism I have, it's good that they show the games. Of course it is. And we appreciate that. But... yeah, the camera angle, the cameraman is crap. At least wipe your screen down, mate, for the second half. Jesus. Anyway, NA's in the chat, he says, everything but end product from Frida. Love her. Yeah, I mean, she's literally everywhere, isn't she? Every time we come forward and we've got the ball, we know that Frida's going to be there, and she always is. And yeah, no end product, I agree. She needs to be... a little bit more clinical, again, a bit like the team in general. But she's got a lot of goals this season. She's got 10. So you can't really grumble with that. For a midfield player, that's not too bad, is it? Got to be honest. So that was good stuff. Good first half from Arsenal anyway. We enjoyed that. It is 2-0 and we are on our way to 3 very, very big points again. Terry says there, a good, comfortable half, to be fair, on the triple G's. Great Gooner girls, that is. Of course, yeah, great Gooner girls, and they are great Gooner girls indeed, aren't they? Right, let's just have a look and see some of the other scores around the football tonight. There is some Champions League action going on, which we don't care about yet this season. Next season we will, for the men, of course. Spurs are playing against Milan. So what's the score there? Let's have a look. It's currently... Oh, actually, it hasn't kicked off yet. It was meant to kick off at 8 o'clock. But it's been delayed for 10 minutes due to some traffic issues in North London, probably caused by the weather, which hasn't been particularly good, has it? Anyway, Bayern 0, PSG 0 after 7 minutes, so 1-0 still to Bayern on aggregate. Chelsea are 2-0 up against Brighton in the WSL. As we did say, it is Guru Wrighton's penalty and Jess Carter with those 2 goals. So they're on their way to 3 points as well. Let's see where that will leave the table, shall we? Man United will still be top, played 14, 35 points. Chelsea is their 13th game tonight. They'll be on 34 points if they win. Manchester City have played 14, now on 32. And we would have played 13 and on 20. No, we've played 13 already. It's be our 14th game, won't it? We will be on 32 points if we win. And on goal difference, that will put us back into the top 3. Which would be great, wouldn't it? And only 3 points behind Man United. So there we go. We're still in the title race, guys. We are still in the title race. Let's not worry too much about that. NA says Vicky needs to shoot more. Yeah, I think maybe she's still trying to settle into the team, isn't she? I think she's trying to play a team role rather than an individual role, perhaps. Robert says, okay, so who would you bring on? At the moment, nobody. Not quite yet. You know, we've got Gio on the bench, Katerina Cole. I'm sure those 2 will come on at some point, and that maybe would be it. Maybe Lotta could come on, couldn't she? As we said before, she could obviously play in defence with Leah Williamson dropping into midfield. Maybe I wouldn't really be too focused on that too much. I definitely think that Katerina Coingio can come on in the second half later on, maybe. Jeff R says, do you reckon Manitou Bocci's career at Arsenal is done after a loan? Yeah, 100%. She's not going to play for Arsenal again. She just doesn't fit, does she? She doesn't fit with the system, with the manager. And unfortunately, when that happens, you've got no other option, have you? You know, she's having a decent enough loan, and I'm sure that's what happened. I'm sure she'll end up moving at the end of the season, maybe to Spurs, who knows? But no, I think she's done at Arsenal. Never quite worked for her, did it? I think she was brought in just before Jonas, and I do think that Jonas obviously it wasn't a player that he fancied, and it happens, doesn't it? And it's a shame, but anyway, I'm sure she'll go on and have a great rest of her career anyway, so I won't worry about that. But it just won't be at Arsenal, unfortunately. And I say we need to focus on the players that we've got that are here and playing well, and I'm sure we will soon not worry too much about the players that have gone if we're successful. But yeah, I mean, we are still in a good position, aren't we? Let's face it, in the league, and we just need to keep winning. And who knows? If we keep winning, we may well do it. Anyway, Matt's just sent a message there saying apparently Chelsea's first goal tonight, which was a penalty, shouldn't have been a penalty. So there you go. But anyway, that's what happens, isn't it? That's Chelsea for you. We know what they do. That's how they've done it for years, haven't they? They do get a bit fortunate, a bit lucky, but anyway, we won't worry too much about that. We beat them in the cup final, and we'll just concentrate on our games and win as many as we can and see what happens. We do still have to play Chelsea again away. We have to play Man City at home. We have to play Man United away. What a big game that could be. All these big games coming up. So if we can win those 3 games, who knows? It could happen. It could still be there. It could still be there. So let's see. Let's see what happens. But that was a decent first half, wasn't it, from Arsenal? In difficult conditions, it's cold. The cameraman can't keep up with the game, but it's fine. We are winning 2-0. We could be 3 or 4 up, as we know, but it doesn't matter. We're winning the game. And let's keep going in the second half, and let's get a few more goals. Yeah, that's what we want to see, don't we? We want to see a few more goals tonight. I predicted 5-0, so I want to see at least 3 more. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And that would be good. But we'll see. It's been a good first half. So what's coming up on the channel then? Well, that's a very interesting question, I hear you ask. Tomorrow I am hoping to do the watch-along of the Arsenal game against Sporting Lisbon, but the early kick-off might make it difficult due to work and stuff like that, so I don't know yet. I'm intending to, but if I don't get back from work in time, I maybe won't bother. But Friday, we are definitely back for the Arsenal Women's Weekly. We're going to have the guys in. Andreas is back from his trip to London, and he will be joining us along with Amar. Hopefully, Matt can make it as well. We're going to look back on that brilliant cup final victory last week. We'll look back on this game, which is looking like another big Arsenal victory, and then looking ahead to the Reading game as well. So that's going to be a busy show on Friday, 7:30. So join us for that. And then Sunday, we have got a double bill, a double watch-along for you. The Arsenal men away at Fulham in the Premier League, looking to keep up our title challenge there. That kicks off at 2 o'clock, so we'll be live at 1:45 on Sunday for that one. And then in the evening at 7:15, 6:30, I'll be going live for Arsenal women against Reading at Meadow Park. Assuming the weather doesn't put pay to any of these games, well, it was not going to put pay to the men's game. It may well put pay to this women's game, but we'll see. Hopefully it won't. Hopefully we can get that game on for you on Sunday as well. It's going to be a big, big weekend. Robert says, I missed the United game. What was your outtake on that game? You mean when Arsenal played Man United, the women at the Emirates? Is that the game you mean? Bongo Guna says, how are we doing late for the party? Well, we've been all over them, absolutely all over them. We had a goal disallowed, Leah Williamson, after about 20 minutes for a very, very dodgy offside. But Stina Blackstenia scored straight after, put us ahead. Caitlin Ford got a second goal. We've missed 3 or 4 other good opportunities. We've been in control. We've been a little bit sloppy at the back at times, 1 or 2 moments that Liverpool could have got a goal. But we've been in control from start to finish. It's been defence against attack. And yeah, 2-0 is pretty comfortable, and it could have been even more comfortable. But yeah, so it's been a good Arsenal performance all round. Terry says, sounds like the officials are trying to make it up for Chelsea's disappointing hammering in Sunday's cup final. Well, yeah, I mean, they tried their best to not let Chelsea lose that game, didn't they? Some of the decisions that went on. But anyway, forget about officials. Arsenal are, we've won a trophy. We're going to be back to winning everything else very, very soon. So, let's not blame everything on the officials. NA says, in your opinion, what has contributed to the Arsenal women's team's decline since our last league title in 2019? You say the decline. I would say that there's a couple of reasons for that. I think, firstly, we've got to appreciate that some of the other clubs have improved. Chelsea have stepped up. With what they've done. Manchester City have invested. Man United have invested, and suddenly they've come onto the scene. And it's not quite as easy now, is it, as it was for us? We've got more competition. And I just think as though maybe we've gone for a little bit of a transition, didn't we? When we had Joe Montemuro, although he did really well initially, won the Continental Cup, as we said before, and won that league title. We wasn't quite able to really push on. I think Manchester City really arrived, didn't they, around about that time as well. And yeah, I think there's been a few reasons, but yeah, I think it's the biggest reason for me is the other teams have improved, and maybe I wouldn't say we've stood still, but we've maybe been slightly transitioned, haven't we? We've had a change of manager in that time, and we've had a big turnover in players, haven't we, as well? So yeah, I think Chelsea have had a lot more settled team, and you can see that's maybe the difference there. And other teams have invested really heavily. So, but I think what we've done well is, and I know it's still early days, and we can't really, we won't know exactly how it's going to work out. But I think we've invested well in the team over the last couple of years now. We've made some good signings. We've got the basis of a really good team here now, and I think in Jonas we've got a manager who really understands the game. Tactically, he's really good, and I think that we are going to go on from strength to strength now. And yes, it's been disappointing the last few years. There's no doubt about that. We haven't managed to win the big trophies. We've just been missing out. But other teams have improved, and I think that's just as much a contribution as anything we've done or not done personally. But I think we're on our way back, and that's the most important thing. And hopefully, we will soon be back lifting those big trophies, league titles and whatnot, because that's what we want to see, don't we? Another WSL title would be great, wouldn't it? And it's still possible this season. Let's not think it isn't, because it definitely is. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Robert says, "Is it snowing where you are, Rich? I've not seen snow here for over 20 years, but man, it is now the island of all seasons." To be honest with you, it's been this week. We've had a bit of snow. Yeah, it snowed this morning. It snowed on Monday. It's supposed to snow tonight and tomorrow, heavily actually. So, yeah, we've definitely had some snow. Not great, but what can you say? Global warming, mate. That's what it is. Robert says, "I'll not say decline. I would say shifted to a different challenge. The games are much tougher, especially when Arsenal players leave to join our opponents. We're playing ourselves." Yeah, I mean, it is more. I think it's just more the opposition. There's more opposition now than there was. The game's improved, and sometimes it's I think for years and years, we didn't really have a lot of competition, did we? Let's be honest. We were a very, very good team, but all the best players played for Arsenal back then, didn't they? Whereas now, all the best players are spread around 3 or 4 teams, aren't they? And that's maybe one of the reasons as well. We always had the best players, didn't we? Every single game, we had the best players every year. Sorry, and I suppose that's the way it's changed, isn't it, really? NA says, "I think we haven't replaced players like Dom Janssen and Sari, and also the WSL has become more physical. We haven't really adapted to that." Yeah, I just think that, maybe that's true. Yeah, the physical side of the game has definitely been a factor. There's no doubt about that. I mean, Chelsea have been the biggest... The team that's really adapted to that the best, haven't they, Chelsea? Let's be honest. And yeah, maybe that's been one thing, but yeah, there's I think there's a few reasons, isn't there? But no one's successful forever, are they? Do you know what I mean? It's always goes in little spells, doesn't it? We had so many years where we were so dominant, all those league titles, and it was almost becoming easy, wasn't it, in a way? And in a way, it's maybe slightly better now because the league's more competitive. And if we can win the WSL again now, a bit like the one in 2019 felt really good, didn't it? Because that was our first title for a little while. And it felt good. And even now, the standard's gone up even more. So to win it now is an even bigger achievement, isn't it? So it's going to feel really good when we do finally get one. And we will. We're not far away. This team isn't far away. 1 or 2 big additions in the summer, and I think we'll be there. I really do. I don't think we're too far away. Bongo Green says, "Do you think our team is missing some diversity from other countries and our continents?" Well, I mean, I wouldn't say so, no, because, we've got players from all continents, haven't we? We've got a Brazilian, we've got Australians, we've got obviously English players, we've got Irish players all over Europe. We've got an American goalkeeper. So I think we've got we're pretty well represented, aren't we, across all the different continents, actually. And I think that will improve and increase. We've got a Canadian goalkeeper now as well, haven't we, that we just signed. So, yeah, I think we're getting there with it, definitely. But to be honest with you, I tend to look on it more, let's get in the best players for the positions that we need. And if they happen to be from all these different continents and stuff, brilliant. And if they're all from England, do that. Do you know what I mean? So I just want the best players. And that's how I look at it. I don't really look at where they're from necessarily. I just look at what can they bring to this team? Are they going to improve us? Are we going to get better by having them in the team? And if we are, let's get them. And, Rafaela Souza has been a great example. I don't know too much about her. Not many Brazilians have played in the WSL, and she's been absolutely brilliant, hasn't she? So, that's how it goes. Leah Williamson's freezing again because she's got long sleeves on this half. Leah Williamson has bowed to the cold. She's put long sleeves on. Katie McCabe hasn't, of course. Why would she? Thanks for that comment. It says, thanks for the great comments. I can't see the game. No problem at all. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe as well if you're enjoying it. Jeff says, I think we were, as that bottle last season, as that bottle last season's title, we lost to Birmingham, where if we won that game, we won at United, we would have won the league. It was painful because we just lost one game. Yeah, no, it was. I don't necessarily think we threw it away. I just think, Chelsea dropped points. We just didn't quite manage to get those results that we needed, did we? Anyway, Terry says, we only had snow dust on windscreens in Herne Bay, nothing at all, clear as a bell down here. Well, that's because you're in the hottest part of the country, mate, aren't you? Let's be honest. Well, I'm in the coldest part, that's probably why. Anyway, Manu Zinsberger's dancing to try and keep warm as we get ready to start this second half, which is going to be good. We are off and underway. Arsenal attacking the goal to our right, the south stand, and we are off and running in the second half here. Robert says, how big is the Arsenal Women's Academy? Is it? Well, no, of course there's an academy, yeah. I mean, you got players like Leah Williamson have come through there. Taya Goldie, who's on the brink of the first team squad. So yeah, the academies there. Academy football in women's game isn't as important at this moment in time as it is with the men's game, but that'll come. It'll need to, won't it? Anyway, the camera is very, very blurry due to the weather. But anyway, Arsenal are coming forward now. Kim Little striding forward for Arsenal. Can we get the third goal? Kim Little, she tackles herself actually. Just as she was about to shoot, the ball come off her other foot, her standing foot. And Liverpool hoof it clear. Rafaela Souza's there. Plays it back to Manu Zinsberger. A little bit short there, but Zinsberger was reacted quickly and managed to clear that away up that far side. But it's gone out for a throw to Liverpool. Yeah, Kim Little there have an opportunity there to have a shot, but he hit her standing foot. And Liverpool managed to clear it away. And now Arsenal trying to win the ball back high up the pitch. It's very blurry due to this camera being absolute tosh. But anyway, not to worry too much about that. Robert says Katie is a hard Irish weathered girl. No, she is, absolutely. She's hard as nails, isn't she? Bongo Greener says, oh man, I thought the game was over, but only half time. No, it's only half time. Second half's just started. So let's see if we can get a few more goals. That's what we want to do. And the ball's played up this near side. Liverpool trying to come forward. It's very difficult to see the players because of the stuff on the screen. Anyway, that is Kim Little. You can't mistake her. She plays it back to Leah Williamson now with long sleeves on, and I don't blame her. Rafaela Souza plays out to the far side to Katie McCabe, who's now the only player with short sleeves on, plays the ball forward to, I don't know who it was, I couldn't see because it's Caitlin Ford over on that far side anyway. It was Frida Marnham, I think. The players are blurry. I do apologise. Robert says that a cameraman needs sacking. How hard is it to film a football match? Well, to be honest with you, I used to run a business filming football, so I know exactly how hard and how easy it is, and this is shocking. I didn't have professional equipment, really. I had, stuff I had to buy myself. They've got professional stuff, and they still can't get it right. It's disgraceful. So, yeah, it's an easy enough job. And yes, the conditions aren't great, but they've got professional cameras. They shouldn't be having these many problems. It's ridiculous. You can't actually see the players because they're all blurry. I keep thinking my glasses are steamed up, but they're actually not. It's the cameraman in this game. So the second half is going to be quite difficult to follow, but we'll do our best for you. Liverpool are coming forward now. It's Emma Kovista gets the ball back there. Missy Bokens plays it forward. Liverpool coming forward over on that far side. The cross comes in to the penalty area. Leah Williamson's across. Clears it away. Not very good clearance, actually. Liverpool still in possession on the edge of the penalty area. Cherry Holland still in possession, but hasn't really got anywhere to go and has to play the ball back to number 28, I think that was. I can't really see the numbers actually. It must be, if it's 28, it'd be a substitute. Megan Campbell must have come on at half time. Anyway, I'm not too sure. It was, yeah. It's Daniel. Sorry, has come on for Carla Humphrey. So it's Yana Daniels, the Belgium, has come on at half time for Carla Humphrey. Anyway, Arsenal are coming forward now on this near side, but we can't see because the cameraman can't follow the action on the near side. Robert says he must have a BBC camera. No, the BBC cameras actually have been all right, haven't they? It's just this absolute nugget. And yeah, Campbell is on. I thought that was Campbell, number 28. It is Megan Campbell, and she's come on for Miri Taylor for Liverpool. So they've made 2 changes at half time. Matt Beer's obviously seen enough from that first half performance, but also coming forward again. Caitlin Ford over on that far side, inside the penalty area. Caitlin Ford, is it going to be 3-0? Oh, she maybe could have shot a little bit earlier. And in the end, Liverpool defender got in the way and managed to clear it away, but not for very long. But now Liverpool are coming forward again. It is with Yari Daniels, but she's given the ball away and Katie McCabe just kicks it out because there's another injury to a Liverpool defender inside the penalty area. Now would be a good time to wipe your screen, mate, if you want to. Here he goes. He's getting his cloth out. The cameraman's getting his cloth out. Let's give him a round of applause. He's cleaning his screen. Let's see if we can get some better action now from... I'd like to know what camera he's got, actually, because... the camera I used to use, it used to be all right, but then I did have a rain cover for it. It's actually chucking it down with snow outside my window at this moment in time, for anyone that's interested. Well, it's sort of sleety snow, but it's absolutely hammering it down. So I think there'll be a nice white coating in the morning, which might mean I can't get into work, so I might have to work from home tomorrow. But anyway, Terry says hooray there for his cloth. Indeed. It's a little bit better now. We can sort of see the players, not quite as blurry. Don't zoom in, mate, because your camera's crap. It's actually Leanne Robe who's got injured there, but she's okay. And she's going to be going off over on that far side, having received some treatment. But I'm expecting her to come back. She's got short sleeves on as well, actually. The only Liverpool player with short sleeves, I think. So fair play to her as well, Leanne Robe. And Liverpool throw the ball back to Arsenal because we did kick it out. It's gone a bit blurry again, mate. It's gone a bit blurry again. Please, can you wipe your screen again? Because it's no good. Anyway, Laura Wainwright comes forward. She plays that. Don't play up this near side because we can't see because the cameraman can't pick it up. He was looking for Victoria Palova, but I think the ball must have gone out. And it's going to be a throw to Liverpool. We're not going to see this throw, so I'm going to pretend we can see it. It is a throw to Liverpool on this near side. It's going to come up this near touchline, you would imagine. Ball comes in field instead to Megan Campbell, but Kim Little's there. Oh, brilliant play from Kim Little, but she maybe a little bit too much there, and then she's given away a free kick. It was a foul there on Taylor Hines, the Liverpool captain, as the screen is blurry again. We've played 51 minutes, and most of this second half has been played. It looks like you're looking at it through a bowl of water. You can't actually see what's happening very well. Anyway, Liverpool are coming forward over on that far side. I should get paid extra for having to try and tell you what's going on here because I can't really see very much myself. Katie McCabe with that throw over on the far side, throws it back to Rafaela Souza, and it goes back to... You can see it's Manu Zinsberger because she's all in yellow and you can just about make her kit out. She's played it to Leah Williamson now, who plays it back out to Rafaela Souza. Arsenal trying to play it out from the back. Now it's with Katie McCabe over on that far side. Plays it back again to Rafaela Souza, and it goes back to Manu Zinsberger. Arsenal just keeping possession at this moment in time. We haven't really settled into the second half yet, have we? It's not been great so far, but anyway, we're 2-0 up, so we don't worry too much. Leah Williamson's ball there in to Kim Little, and it's now with Leah Vulti, and we can just about make out that it is Leah Vulti, but it's quite difficult to do so. Now it goes back to Manu Zinsberger, plays out to that far side to Rafaela Souza. Terry says, the commentator just said, I apologise for the imperfect picture. He's having a laugh. Well, it's definitely imperfect, isn't it? It's absolutely crap, is what it is. It's amateurish and it's disgraceful. And that, they're trying to promote women's football in a positive way and highlight it as being what a great spectacle it is. And it is. And then you get crap like this when you can't even see it. It's ridiculous. And it's just not good enough. It's not good enough at all. And yeah, anyway, Liverpool winning the ball back. Arsenal trying to play out from the back, actually making mistakes. I can't see who the players are because they're just blurry now. It's like watching a game without your glasses on. He's wiping the screen again, actually, the dude. But I mean, I think he's wasting his time because it's clear for about a second, and then it gets kind of steamed up again. But anyway. And it's still not very good, even though he's just wiped it. I don't think it's the camera. I think it's not focusing properly. It's just terrible. It's amateurish. It's ridiculous. I could do a better job, honestly. Anyway, Arsenal played a goal kick short, and then the clearance from Rafael Sousa actually hits the Liverpool player and falls into the arms of Manu Zinsberger. Jafar says there, how much are tickets for the women's game? They are, I mean, at Meadow Park, I think that's £6, aren't they? For a WSL game. Some of the away games, I mean, when we went to a game earlier this season, it was £3. So, you know, it's cheap. And it's good value for money, actually, because it's great football. It's a great atmosphere. And the ticket price, at the Emirates, it's like £10 if you buy the tickets in advance. You can get them for £10 or they're £12, I think, if you buy them later. So even at the Emirates, you're getting decent value for money, aren't you? And it's like £6 at Meadow Park, so brilliant. S77 says, we need more goals. Yeah, we do need more goals, but let's see what happens. You know, it's been very scrappy second half, hasn't it? Steen has done well. Plays the ball out to that near side to Victoria Palova, gets it back against Stina inside the penalty area. Very tight angle, pulls it back. Oh, good defending though from Liverpool. It's gone behind for an Arsenal corner. Terry says that we need you over there, Richie, with your drone. I'm not sure I could fly the drone tonight in that weather, but anyway, I've certainly got some better cameras than this dude. That's for dead certain. Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal on this near side. We're not going to see it because this is a side where the cameraman can't see. But we can see the goal at least. We've played 10 minutes of the second half. This is going to be a corner to Arsenal. Can we get the third goal here? Rafaela Sousa's in there again as she was at the weekend. That corner comes in, it's deep, but it's headed out by a Liverpool defender. Kim Little's battling away for this ball on the edge of the penalty. Wins it back. But Liverpool now can come forward with Campbell on this near side. Megan Campbell plays a long ball, but it's a poor ball. And Victoria Palova's there. It wasn't a great clearance though from Victoria. She's battling to try to win the ball back. And there's a foul there by Caitlin Ford. It's going to be a free kick. Jeffar says there, you're right, Richard. That's why women's football doesn't get live broadcasting. Well, it does. It doesn't get enough. But yeah, they just need to do better, don't they? They need to do better. And unfortunately, this is very, very poor coverage by the FA player. They need to do better. You know, they get a lot of money, the FA, and they need to invest it properly in the right things, and getting proper cameras in would be a big start. Anyway, that free kick for Liverpool was headed clear by Rafaela Sousa. It's come to Taylor Hines, plays the ball up this near side. A cross comes in again. Good defending that time from, I'm not sure who that was, Frida Minam, I think it was. Now it's with Leah Walter. It's difficult to pick the players out. They're very, very blurry. Now it's with Victoria Palova on this near side. We can see her okay. We can see her number 21. Plays the ball into midfield to Kim Little. Now it's squared to Leah Volti. Plays the ball out to that far side. Oh, it just about reached Caitlin Ford. And Arsenal in possession now. Laura Wainwright has gone ahead of her. She comes back inside to Kim Little. Kim Little now plays it squared to Leah Williamson. Dinks the ball forward to Victoria Palova on the edge of the box. Victoria Palova thought about a shot, and maybe she should have had one. We said that, didn't we, earlier, that maybe she should shoot more. But she didn't there. Katie McCabe there, was she fouled? She was fouled. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. About 20 yards in from this near touchline, in line with the Liverpool penalty area. Clearly a foul there. Katie McCabe, who's moved over to the right-hand side, actually, in this second half for some reason. Anyway, it is a free kick to Arsenal on this near side. Katie McCabe, Frida Minor and Kim Little are all over there. And Leah Williamson's now moved away to go into the penalty. Stop zooming in, mate. You don't need to zoom in. Just stay where you are. Sort your camera lens out and watch the game. Don't keep zooming in. You don't need to zoom in. I reckon this is I reckon it's a work experience kid doing the camera tonight. I don't seem to know what he's doing. Anyway, it's going to be Frida Marnham and Katie McCabe over this free kick. The referee's moved the wall back. It looks more than 10 yards to me. But anyway, we'll take it. And it's a dangerous play. It's maybe a little bit of a tight angle for a shot, but certainly a good opportunity to whip a ball in. Is it going to be Frida Marnham with her right foot or Katie McCabe with her left? The free kick's over on this right-hand side. It's going to be Frida Marnham whips in. It's a decent ball. Header comes in at far post. Raphael. Oh, she couldn't quite get a finish on it. Liverpool scramble it away. Almost a third goal, but not quite. Terry says, I think the cameraman's going for the sepia look. Well, yeah, maybe he is. Well, that's more sort of brown, isn't it? It's not really brown. It's just very, very blurry. He just needs to get his focus right or clean his screen, one of the two or both. Anyway, Liverpool now coming forward on this near side, looking to try to find a goal back, and who knows where that might lead. But that was a poor play, and Leah Walty can bring the ball clear, finds Stina Blackstenius on halfway, touches the ball off to Victoria Pelova in the middle of the pitch. That's not a great ball, actually, but it's going to reach Frida Marnham. No, it isn't, because Liverpool cut it out. Very, very scrappy second half, you have to say. The quality of the football that we can see through the blur is about as good as the picture quality from this cameraman. Hasn't been great quality from either side in this second half. It really hasn't. And we've played 15 minutes. It's half an hour left. It is still Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. The most important thing is we are going to probably win this game. It's probably just going to be one of them games where you just think, well, we'll just win, we'll move on and play the next, and move on to the next game, take the 3 points. But if we can get a few more goals, it's pretty scrappy by Arsenal. Stina then just lost the ball, gave it away, and now Liverpool coming forward, and they've just lost the ball and given it away. I mean, the conditions aren't helping, let's be totally honest, they're not. Anyway, Kim Little does well inside the centre circle for Arsenal, plays the ball back out to that far side to Laura Wainwright, who seems to be playing left back. Don't quite know. Oh no, Laura Wainwright is on this side. See, I can't even see the players. Anyway, and that's a nice turn there from Victoria Pelova, but the Liverpool defender just got in the way there. Leah Williamson does well. Plays the ball forward there to Stina, who's dropped in, lays it off to Victoria Pelova, gets it back. Stina's having a great game, getting clear down this near side for Arsenal. Needs a bit of support. She's got some with Laura Wainwright, but that wasn't a great ball. And Liverpool do manage to clear it away. Leah Williamson steps in there trying to win it back. But Liverpool do manage to keep possession on this near side. We can just about see, but we're not going to see now. The ball's gone over the roof by Laura Wainwright. Terry says, I've seen better on a camera phone and a gimbal. Well, even without the gimbal, I've seen better on a camera phone without a gimbal, just a normal one. Anyway, there's going to be a substitution, but we can't see because it's blurry. There's 2 substitutions coming on for Arsenal, and I don't know who they are. Well, one of them's Lotte Wubben-Moy, I can see. I don't know who the other one is. I can't see who's going off. Leah Walty's gone off. I can see that. Lotte Wubben-Moy's coming on. I don't know who went off for Arsenal, but they played well probably, so I'm going to give them a clap. I couldn't see who it was. Oh, Leah Walty's gone off. And Leah Williamson's going off. I think she's too cold, bless her. And Lotte Wubben-Moy's coming on. So I don't know who came on. Oh, it's Katarina Kuhl. Katarina Kuhl's come on for Leah Walty, and Lotte Wubben-Moy's come on for Leah Williamson. They're your 2 substitutions. We did manage to sort it out in the end, even though we couldn't see. We figured it out. So that's that then for Arsenal. We've played 61 minutes. Jafar says, Stina, player of the match. Yeah, probably is. She's up there, isn't she, with one of the best players on the pitch tonight. There's no doubt about that. What we've managed to see through the gloom and the... See, what this cameraman doesn't realise is the more he zooms in, the worse it gets. So he needs to zoom back out, and it's actually a little bit better when he does that. But anyway, you know, I'll do my best to try and help you, mate, but, you know, you have to try and help yourself and all. Give the screen a wipe, zoom out a little bit, and we might get somewhere, because this is the worst picture. Actually, what I want to do is, I don't know how I can do it. I want to actually show you guys, actually, for those of you that can't actually watch it, I want to show you how bad it is. But if I do, I'm worried about getting a copyright strike and getting a video taken down. So I'm a bit reluctant to do that, actually. But I do want to kind of show you how bad it is, because I'm not sure if you won't be aware. If you can't actually watch it, you won't be aware of actually how bad this picture is. It's absolutely shocking. Anyway, Liverpool are in possession on this near side. I don't know who's got the ball, but it's a player in green, plays it forward into Katie Stenjo. That's a long ball forward. Suddenly Liverpool got a player over. It's Taylor Hines on the near side, but she leaves it for Missy Blow-Cairns. She puts a cross in towards a penalty spot. Header comes in at the far post, but it's gone harmlessly wide, and it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. There you go. Jeffar says, imagine what the commentator are thinking about the camera. Well, I'm telling you what I'm thinking of him. He's absolute crap and he should be fired. S77 official says, it looks like we are relaxed on second half. Yeah, I don't think the conditions are helping. We've got a comment there. Watching it now can confirm when it zoomed in, it was like watching in 144p. It was terrible, wasn't it? He needs to stay zoomed out and just crack on. I mean, it's bad enough anyway, but at least it's not quite as bad when it's zoomed out. Anyway, it is a throw, or is it a corner to Liverpool on this near side? I'm not sure because we can't see that corner. It was a throw, I think. Anyway, the ball's come back to Taylor Hines, and Taylor Hines is going to get it again. Can she get a cross in for Liverpool? She can. It's a decent cross, actually. Arsenal just about managed to scramble it clear, but not really very far. This is a good spell from Liverpool, actually. This ball played up the near side. The cross comes in. It's blocked by Laura Wainwright, and it is going to be a throw to Arsenal. Terry said, it's like looking out of a window when it's pouring down with rain and starts misting up around the edges. Well, yeah, it's kind of like that, yeah. It's very, 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 very poor. Anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal. We've played 64 minutes. And Victor's in the chat, he says, Arsenal Gunners fan from Skane. I don't know where Skane is. You'll have to let us know exactly where in the world that is, but it sounds like it's probably got better weather than we're currently experiencing here. Anyway, Victoria Palova now for Arsenal. Are we going to get the third goal? It's Katerina Cole, her first real involvement actually, finds Victoria Palova again. Now it's with Kim Little for Arsenal, the captain. Lotta Wooben-Moy now, one of her first involvements as well since coming off the bench, finds Rafaela Souza. Now the ball's played out to that far side at 2. Katie McKay plays it in at 2. Victoria Palova again. That's nice play from Victoria. She had a good game actually tonight, Victoria, I think. Victoria Palova for Arsenal. Done really well. She's on the ball again now. Nice little 1-2 there, but the ball there from Frida Marnham just ran away from her, and Liverpool do clear it, but only as far as Manu Zinsberger. Plays it to Lotta Wooben-Moy. This is a sort of night where it's really difficult coming on as a sub, isn't it? Because you're really cold. You've got to warm up, get into the game, and it's really, really hard. Anyway, this is good play, actually, from Arsenal now. Katerina Cole finds Laura Wainwright on this near side. She's got a couple of options here. One of them is Caitlin Ford inside the penalty area. A little bit of a tight angle, though, for Caitlin Ford. She fell over. I'm not quite sure she was fouled, but then she has fouled the Liverpool player. I didn't really like the reaction there. And a few words were said there. Liverpool goalkeeper Rachel Laws is getting involved. I don't really think she needs to, if I'm honest. Victor says, "Oh, Sweden! Are you in Sweden? Are you? Well, you're probably colder than we are then, actually. But anyway, where can I watch it live from?" Andy Palmer. Well, it's quite an interesting question because it is on the FA Player in England, but it's terrible because the camera is terrible. Other than that, I'm not really too sure, if I'm honest. Please share it. Well, there isn't really a link other than it's on the FA Player, and if it's not available in your country, you won't be able to watch it anyway because it'll be blocked. So if you can get the FA Player, maybe try that and see. Not that you'll see much because it's a bit better now, actually, the camera, to be fair. I don't know if it stopped snowing or raining or whatever it was doing. I'm not really sure, but anyway, it's slightly better now for the time being. So let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it while we can. Jeffar says, in this weather, I really feel on hamstring. Yeah, especially for the subs that's come on. You know, Victoria Palova is on the ball again. She's done well again. Good ball too. Caitlin Ford tries to cross it to the near post. It's cleared away by Liverpool again. And they try to play out from the back, Liverpool. And they're doing quite well, actually, but they're not really getting very far at the pitch with it. And now Lotta Wooben-Moy steps in. Little header. Finds Victoria Palova, but Liverpool do win the ball back, and they're coming forward now. Sherry Holland finds Covista over on that far side. That's a long ball over the top. Rafaela Souza's there, strong challenge from her, and then Katerina Cole steps in and wins the ball back for Arsenal. Now it's with Kim Little. Can we get some more goals in this second half? Laura Wainwright now on halfway, turns back to Lotta Wooben-Moy, one of the substitutes. Finds Kim Little, now plays out to Rafaela Souza. We get a slightly better view now of the game, so the camera's either sorted itself out or the weather's improved, one or the other. But we'll enjoy it while we can. 67 minutes play, so we're midway through this second half, and it's still Arsenal fully in control of this game. It is Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. And we are looking set for a very important 3 points, which will put us right back in the hunt, won't it, with the teams above us. Anyway, Caitlin Ford's done well again. What we kind of expect from Caitlin these days, plays the ball out to that far side. That's a good ball. Katie McCabe now, a little bit of space for Arsenal. Is this going to be the moment for the third goal? 22 minutes left. Catherine Call steps over the ball, finds Victoria Plover. A nice turn from her. Plays the ball to this near side to Laura Wainwright. So that's with Stina Blackstenius inside the penalty area. Stina twisting and turning, does well. Oh, it's a good tackle on her actually there from Megan Campbell, but it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. A bit of a firm challenge on Stina. She's got her limping a little bit. But I say every single little challenge you get in this weather always hurts a little bit more, doesn't it? But it was a good tackle actually on her. It had to be timed right or it could have been a penalty, but it is a corner. It's on this near side, so we're not going to see it. We're not going to see who's taking it, but hopefully we'll see the result of it because we can see the goal, which is a good start. And this corner is going to come in from this near side. We've got bodies in there. Rafaela's in there, of course, as you would expect. Katarina Call's in there as well. Kim Little just on the edge of the box. Can Arsenal get the third goal? The corner comes in, header by Stina Blackstenius, but it's gone behind under pressure there. She couldn't direct it towards the goal. 21 minutes to play here at Meadow Park. A very cold Meadow Park. But finally, the cameraman sorted his life out. We can now sort of see the game. And then he goes on another mission. Arsenal making 2 more subs. It's going to be Noel Moritz coming on and Gio as well. Noel Moritz is coming on. I can't see the numbers going up there. Who's going off? And it's Gio's coming on as well. Gio for Caitlin Ford. Well played, Caitlin Ford again. Good goal from her. And Gio's come on. And it's going to be Laura Wainwright is coming off for Noel Moritz. Another decent performance from Laura. Solid, steady season that she's had for us. And Noel Moritz is coming on for these final 20 minutes. So really, really hard for a substitute in these weather conditions to adapt to the pace of the game and also to get warm. You don't want to risk, as was mentioned before, about hamstring injuries and any muscle injuries really when it's this cold. So that's something you need to watch for anyway. Liverpool play the ball out of defence. Lotta Woober-Moyes, and she's done well since she's come on, Lotta. She's got the ball again now and plays the ball back to Manu Zinsberger. 70 minutes on the clock. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. Those 2 goals in quick succession in the first half from Stina Blackstenius and Caitlin Ford are what separates the sides. It's very similar to the game at Liverpool, wasn't it, when we were 2-0 up at half-time and 1-2-0. And that was, a similar kind of game to this, really, wasn't it? Coming off the back of a brilliant game a few days earlier. Anyway, it is now another substitution for Liverpool. It is Kerry Hollands going off, and I can't see who's coming on. Looks like Sophie Lundgaard, actually, the Danish international. She'll be used to this weather, won't she? If she's from Denmark, it's cold there, isn't it? Terry says, nice to see Gio getting another one. Indeed, yeah, it's good to see Gio on the pitch. Let's see what impact she can make. She hasn't really touched the ball yet, actually, but she's only been on a couple of minutes. Missy Bokens for Liverpool plays it back. Liverpool played better in the second half. We've maybe dropped off slightly. Maybe this is that cup final hangover we did mention at the start of the game. Maybe that's kicked in a little bit in the second half. We've been a little bit flat. We've been a little bit off our game and not been quite as fluent. But we're in control of the result, and that's the main thing. No one it's on this near side. All loses out. That's poor, actually, from her. See, I told you when you're not warm. Katie Stengel plays the ball up that far side. Lotta Woober-Moyes in. In fact, there was an offside anyway. Lotta's done well, actually. She's adapted well to the conditions. Good defending from Lotta there, actually, because it was a decent ball from Katie Stengel. And it was looking for the run there of Jana Daniels, but she was offside anyway. And we've got a free kick, which Lotta is going to take. And she goes back to goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger. 18 minutes to play here at Meadow Park. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. Totally in control of this game, Arsenal. But again, that's a poor ball. We've been very sloppy in the second half, you have to say. It's not been a great performance since half-time. Good first half, dominant first half, but very, very scrappy second half. And Liverpool now will maybe feel they can perhaps, get something out of this game, because we've definitely dropped a level and we're nowhere near as dominant as we were. We're making far too many mistakes and not really playing particularly well. But we're 2-0 up. We'll take that all day long. Cross comes in from that far side, deflected behind. It is going to be a corner to Liverpool over on that far side. I think it was Victoria Pelova who got the block there. She's played well, actually, Victoria, tonight for Arsenal. One of a rare start for her since she's joined, but looks a very good player. But it's going to be a corner which the captain, Taylor Hines, is going to take from that far side. The left back's going to whip this in with her left foot. In fact, she plays it short instead to Missy Bokens. And a low cross is flicked in there. Cleared away, though, by Rafaela Souza. Again, has been the pick of our defenders tonight, as she tends to be most games. But Liverpool coming forward again. Again, that's great play from Rafaela Souza, but it's not actually. The referee's given a free kick to Liverpool on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. It looks as though Rafaela Souza just stepped in there. Maybe she was a little bit, it was a bit clumsy, actually, to be fair. It was a bit clumsy there on Emma Kovitso, and it is going to be a free kick to Liverpool. About 10 yards outside the Arsenal penalty, in fact, maybe a bit more, because the wall's going to be pushed back. I don't really want Liverpool to pull a goal back now, because it would make it a slightly nervy last sort of 17, 18 minutes, wouldn't it? Because we've not been at our best at all in this second half, and I think maybe the cup final's starting to take its toll. Anyway, it's going to be a free kick, and it is going to be who's taking this? Number 28, Megan Campbell. It's going to be Megan Campbell to take this free kick. I mean, you could shoot from there. It's not that far out. And she does try a shot, but it's high and wide into the north bank behind the goal. That will do very, very nicely. And a wasted opportunity there, really, for Liverpool. It was Megan Campbell who fired that high over the bar. And, miles over. And it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. It looks like we're going to try and play out from the back again as well. So we'll see. Woeful free kick. Indeed, it was a woeful free kick. Absolutely best way to describe it. It was terrible, wasn't it? But anyway, just as well, really, because we don't want Liverpool to get a goal back now, the way I say, because it could make a bit of a nervy sort of finish. Anyway, the ball's played out to that far side. Liverpool coming forward again. Arsenal not been at the races in the second half, you have to say. Missy Bokens got to the byline, but it was good actually defending there from Victoria Pelova's done well again. It is going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. We're into the last 15 minutes. Really good defensive work there. She had to chase back hard there, Victoria Pelova. She did really well. Terry says there, the good thing in our favour, we look like we're only playing in second gear. Well, I don't know if we're in second gear, are we? I think we're in first gear, quite honestly. But Liverpool just won the ball back again. Like I say, this hasn't been great from Arsenal this second half at all. And you do feel if Liverpool get a goal back, that maybe we might, I wouldn't say we're in trouble, but it will certainly be very nervy, won't it? Because we've literally been all over the place for much of this second half. Noel Moritz there clears the ball away, comes off the Liverpool player, does it? Yeah, it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Again on this near side, so we won't see it, because although the camera's better, they still can't see this near touchline because the roof's in the way. So there you go. Anyway, a ball played forward though, but Liverpool win the header again. They're winning everything at the minute, Liverpool. Not that they're playing particularly well. We've just really fell apart. That ball played forward by Rafaela Souza. Stina Blackstone is in. That's good though from Stina. She's done well. Can free the mind or keep it in? She can. Looking for a little bit of support. In fact, it was Katerina Cole, sorry. Done well there, kept the ball in. Plays it back to Rafaela Souza. And now it's squared to Lotta William. Plays it into midfield to Kim Little. And now it's back with Manu Zinsberg. This is sensible from Arsenal. We just need to keep possession of the ball because we've been so ragged in the second half. And that long ball played forward as head out. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal over on the far side, which Katie McCabe is going to take. 77 minutes on the clock. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. And we're looking like we're set for the victory. And that is the main thing, isn't it? At the end of the day, that's the main thing. Anyway, Frida Minor's done well there. Turns away from 2 Liverpool players. Plays the ball back to Victoria Pelova. Victoria Pelova again coming forward. Plays the ball across the pitch to this near side. Noel Moritz plays it on to Gio. Does well, little Gio. Battling away there in that far corner. She's won Arsenal corner. Well played, Gio. Brilliant stuff from her is going to be another corner to Arsenal on this near side. We've had several corners, haven't we, in the second half, without really making too much of them. It's going to be Freedom Marnham to come across and take this one for Arsenal as we move into the last 12 minutes of normal time. There'll be a little bit of stoppage time, not quite as much as the first half, you feel. There's only been one. Is it once the trainer's been on the pitch in the second half? I can't remember now. Not once or twice. Anyway, it's going to be a corner to Arsenal on this near side. Can Arsenal get a third goal? You do feel if we can get it now, there's going to be more goals left in this game. The corner comes in. Header comes in. Oh, it was Lotta Woogan-Moy looking for her first goal of the season, but it was straight into the arms of Rachel Laws. And another Arsenal attack, or rare Arsenal attack in the second half, actually comes to nothing. But Arsenal now coming forward again. Noel Moritz, who's over on that far side, over on the left for Arsenal. Don't know what she's doing over there, maybe from the corner. Anyway, Arsenal have won the ball back now. And we're now looking to try to just calm it down a bit. Kim Little trying to get a little bit of control in midfield, finds Lotta Woogan-Moy, plays it out to that far side to Hafai El-Assoud. That's a good ball forward to Katerina Kaur. That's a good ball over the top. He's going to come to Gio, is it? No, it isn't, because the goalkeeper's out again. And the two players there have collided. And Gio looks to be in a bit of pain. I say everything hurts more in a cold. And the Liverpool goalkeeper, Rachel Laws, has gone down as well. Didn't look. There wasn't a very nice clash there between those two at all. Both just going for it. It was a genuine attempt there to get the ball from Gio. The goalie just got there first, and they just clashed legs there in the aftermath of that. And it is going to be some treatment needed for both these players. We were just saying the trainers haven't been on much. So we'll see what happens. But Gio is down, and Rachel Laws, the Liverpool goalkeeper, is down as well. And both are receiving treatment just outside the Liverpool penalty area. Terry says, is that Super Jen I can see on the move? It may well be, and we may well see Super Jen coming on again for the last few minutes of this game, as she tends to do. Or she has done quite a lot recently, let's be honest. We've seen her make a few substitute appearances this season, and it looks like she may well be set for another one. Anyway, Rachel Laws, the Liverpool goalkeeper, is flat out at the moment, and Gio is receiving some treatment as well. It's 3-0 to Chelsea, is it? Oh, okay. The referee's got a yellow card in her hand, which I'm assuming she's going to give to Gio for that challenge on the goalkeeper, which would be a little bit harsh maybe for me, I would say. But anyway, we might as well give you some score updates while we're here. It's half-time in the Champions League. Tottenham 0, AC Milan 0, which means Tottenham are still losing 1-0 on aggregate. That would be a shame, wouldn't it, if they went out? What else have we got? Bayern 0. PSV 0, so it's still 1-0 to Bayern on aggregate there, which I'm sure will make Andreas pleased. I thought you said Chelsea were 3-0. It still says 2-0 here, but maybe I'm a bit behind. I'm not sure. Anyway, it was a yellow card for Gio for that challenge. She seems to be okay. The goalkeeper's back up again. Jeffar says there, I saw a clip of the cameraman. Oh, my God, that was awful. I wonder how he was comfortable videoing the match. Well, yeah, but anyway. Clearly he wasn't very comfortable because it's been terrible. Anyway, it has been better. The last 15 minutes or so has been much better for the cameraman. So we'll give him some credit. He's turned it around. He had a really bad spell at the start of the second half. He was really struggling there, but he pulled it round. And the last 15 minutes or so has been much better, which is good to see. And let's hope that he's learned his lessons and he can improve his performance in future. Anyway, I think Gio is going to be okay. Anyway, the goalkeeper's okay. She's going to take this free kick. But it was a yellow card. It looked like a 50-50 challenge for the ball from both players. But anyway, we know goalkeepers are overprotected. But Rachel Laws is okay. And she kicks that free kick long, but Noel Moritz is underneath it. But again, it only falls to a Liverpool player. And good play from Katerina Kaur actually forces Liverpool back to the goalkeeper, Rachel Laws. Maybe now's the time to put her under pressure, which Stina does. And she manages to get the ball clear, and Liverpool can now bring it forward. That's a poor ball, though. It's going to fall to Gio. Wouldn't it be good if she could score to make up for it? Oh, dear, she's hit it over the bar. Chance for her first Arsenal goal. And it was a poor clearance there. She picked out well on the edge of the penalty area. Opportunity there for a shot on her left foot. But she got it all wrong. High over the crossbar. In fact, it's gone out of the stadium. It is quite a low roof over there. It is Jen Beattie coming on. Super Jen is coming on for Stina. What a performance from Stina tonight. Brilliant in the first half in particular. Took her goal really, really well. And Jen Beattie is coming on. And are we going free at the back, potentially? It looks like we are, pushing the fullbacks on, and it looks as though possibly Katerina Kuhl. No, Frida Marnham's dropped into the centre forward position. And I think Victoria Palova may have dropped into that number 10 role. Anyway, it's definitely Frida Marnham's the furthest player forward. She's putting a goalkeeper under pressure there who goes long. Terry's pleased that Super Jen's come on. Shame she just hit it as it bounced up. Yeah, maybe she did, to be fair, but yeah, it maybe looks a lot worse than it was. But it was a great opportunity for her to get her first goal. Liverpool coming forward now, but Rafaela Souza's there, finds Victoria Palova, and Jen Beattie gets her first touch. A ball played up the line. Well played there from Gio this time. And the ball's played back to Souza again, goes long up that far side. Frida Marnham touches it off now to Gio again. He's looked good, Gio. That's a nice ball in field to Victoria Palova. That's a good ball as well out on the far side too. Frida Marnham, are we going to get the goal now? Katerina Kuhl's in the box. Frida Marnham shoots wide. Again, she makes the wrong choice sometimes when she gets into those areas. Final ball, sometimes there was Katerina Kuhl had made a good run into the box. Mel Moritz was coming up at the far post, and she tries a shot from not a great angle, and it's gone wide. And again, maybe she needed to just have a look up and play that ball across the box rather than shooting there, Frida. I know she's desperate for a goal. She hasn't scored for a little while, but even so, that was quite poor. And as great as Frida is, and as great a season that she's had, you have to say she's definitely gone off the boil since the restart after the Christmas break. She was absolutely on fire before, wasn't she? But yeah, she's gone off the boil a little bit since then. She's still playing well, but compared to a level that she had before Christmas, she has dropped off a little bit. But anyway, she still had a fantastic season. And I'm sure there's more goals in her to come yet. Rafaela Souza with that header forward. And Frida Marnham was trying to get on the end of that one, actually. But Liverpool have defended that pretty well there with Leanne Rowe. But Katie McKay trying to come forward over on that far side. She's done well, Katie McKay. Can she get a cross in? She can get a cross in. There's no Arsenal player there. And it's well defended, actually, there by Megan Campbell. And she gets the ball back again. That was out to Gemma Bonner, who's come on as well. We've got the Football Channel with Riley Taylor in. Come and join me for the last few minutes of this intriguing game, Chelsea v Brighton. We'll wait until this one's finished first, mate, and then go over and join Riley for the end of the Chelsea game if you want. There's still 5 minutes left here, so stay with us and then go and watch the last few minutes of the Chelsea game with Riley. That's the way to do it, isn't it? That's how you want to do it. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now up this near side. Katerina Kuhl battling away for the ball, and she's battling away a little bit too hard, giving away a free kick just about, 5 yards inside the Arsenal half. 4 minutes to play, Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. It's been a comfortable victory for Arsenal, but it hasn't been a great performance, has it? In fact, the second half has been quite scrappy, and Arsenal haven't really got going, but when at this point in the season, with the run that we've been on in the league, we just want the win, don't we? We just want the 3 points. And it looks like we're going to get them, and that's the most important thing. And hopefully we can put this game behind us. It's going to be instantly forgettable, this second half in particular. The first half was good. We could have scored 4 or 5 goals, but the second half's been really poor. And, we won't remember this second half for too long, will we? There's not been much to warm at the crowd tonight, as there in this second half. Jen Beattie is going to take this free kick, and I know that her appearance has helped warm Terry's heart, at least for these final few minutes. And Arsenal want to throw there in front of the Arsenal dugout. We're into the last 3 minutes of normal time, and can Arsenal at least have one more goal in this second half to add to the goal difference, of course, which I don't think it's necessarily going to be that much of an issue, but obviously the better our goal difference is, the better it'll be. Rafaela Souza plays that ball up that far side, but it's not a great ball, and it's gone out for a throw to Liverpool. Kind of sums up this second half, if we're honest. Terry says, I watch Chelsea when I go to bed instead of counting shit. Well, yeah, that's probably a good idea to do that. I quite agree. Anyway, Liverpool now have a long ball forward, although this second half's been quite good for anyone who might have insomnia, because it hasn't been a very good half of football. But anyway, we don't mind because we're winning, and we're going to go on the attack again here. Frida Minor plays that ball out that far side. That's a good ball to Gio, who's made a big impact in the second half. Gio, in case you get a crossing from that far side, she's inside the penalty area now. Gio, couple little step overs, plays the ball back to Frida Minor, plays it in towards the 6-yard box. Oh, the defender then stuck a leg out. I think it might have been Megan Campbell again, put it behind for a corner. It could have gone anywhere. That it could have been an own goal. It was a decent cross from Frida Minor that time. There was no really Arsenal player in the box, or no, Moritz actually. Of course, the fullbacks can now push on with 3 defenders at the back. We're into the last 2 minutes now. It's a corner which Frida Minor is going to come across the take on this near side, so we won't see it because the cameraman can't get that bit due to where he's positioned and the roof. Anyway, it's going to be a corner. Can we get the 3rd goal here at the end? Which would be nice, wouldn't it? Just to seal this victory for Arsenal. This corner comes in. It's a decent corner towards the edge of 6-yard box. It's scrambling about. A lot of Ruben Moyes in there. Couldn't quite fall for her to get a shot away. And it's cleared out there by the Liverpool defence. But Arsenal still in possession now with Noel Moritz finds Kim Little, the captain, and plays it back to Manu Zinsberger. Probably just to give her something to do, because she's not had a lot to do in this game, Manu Zinsberger, as Liverpool have created very little despite their improvement in the second half. Kim Little now they're coming forward for Arsenal, plays out to the far side to Rafaela Souda into the last minute of the 90. There'll probably be 4 minutes of stoppage time or so, you would imagine, as there's been, the train has been on a couple of times. Oh, and Katie McCabe's just been fouled. She didn't like that reaction there from the Liverpool player. She gets in her face. Who was that there? It was Sophie Lungard with a foul there. I mean, it was a silly little foul, actually. Katie didn't like that and made the Danish player know about it as well. But the referee was quickly in there to calm it down. In fact, there's a yellow card for Lundgaard. No doubt there'll be a yellow card for Katie McCabe as well, just for being Katie McCabe, and that seems to be the case. In fact, she hasn't got a yellow card, Katie McCabe. Well done, referee. Decided not to give her one, which most referees do, don't they, at some stage. Robert says, Jonas satisfied with both goals. Yeah, I'm sure he is. It's been the first half was good, wasn't it? The second half's been a little bit scrappy. Ball played over the top. Can we still might have time. We are in stoppage time now at the end of the game. We still might have some time for a 3rd goal maybe. And there's a foul there by Jem Beattie, I think it was, on Katie Stenjo, who's not really had much of a kick in this game. I don't know, if we could see the stats for the number of times the players touched the ball, I'm pretty sure Katie Stenjo will be one of the lowest. The Liverpool striker, they've not really had too many attacks on them. They've got a free kick now. They've got an opportunity in stoppage time to try and get a goal back. It's going to be Missy Bo-Cairns with this free kick for Liverpool on this near side. Curls it in towards the penalty spot. It's headed away by Arsenal, and now we can maybe come forward on a counter-attack. Katarina Colbert loses out. The shot comes in, it's blocked, and the second shot comes in, and that's high over the crossbar. We've played a minute of stoppage time. We don't know how much stoppage time is going to be because they didn't show us the board. Anyway, we shall see what happens. Robert says, I watch Chelsea for a laugh. Well, it's not really a laugh though, is it? Because they normally win and it kind of depresses me. Terry says, I watch Chelsea when I'm fed up watching football. Terry said, we'll love more goals, but the win was more important. Exactly, yeah. Just win the game. If we win every single game and play like this, we might end up winning the league. So we don't really care, will we? Katarina Cole, that's a good ball over the top looking for Noel Moritz, but it's cut out. And Liverpool can try and come forward again. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. We played a minute and a half of stoppage time. We wouldn't see the minutes on the board anyway. No, that's probably true. He wouldn't have told the other end of the pitch. If he zoomed in, it'll be blurry. And if he doesn't zoom in, it'll just be wet on the screen. Anyway, Frida Marnham trying to wriggle her way through. She's done well, Frida Marnham, inside the centre circle. A break on here for Arsenal. Katie McCabe's on the outside. She's found her. Katie McCabe inside the penalty. Can Arsenal get a 3rd goal right at the end? It's with Victoria Palova, plays it back to Kim Little, and the momentum of that attack is completely gone. And the chance of a goal has disappeared from that particular move. But anyway, Katie McCabe finds Rafaela Souza. Arsenal still in possession. Jem Beattie plays the ball across to Lotta Wuba Moy on halfway. We've played 2.5 minutes of stoppage time. And there's probably, another minute or so to go, you would imagine. Still enough time for Arsenal to get one more goal. Katarina Kuhl plays it in to Freedom Mineham lays it off to Kim Little. Arsenal just looking to keep possession now at the end. This is the most control we've had in this game in the second half, actually. Anyway, we're coming forward again now with Freedom Mineham. Plays out to Katie McCabe on that far side. We've got bodies in the box this time. The cross comes in looking for Katerina Cole, but it's put behind by Megan Campbell. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal in the dying stages of this game. Robert says there, well, it's a great laugh when you watch the score. It's Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1. No, I enjoyed that one, indeed. Robert says 5 minutes. Oh, is there 5 minutes extra? Is there? Okay, well, we've played 3, so there's 2 more minutes to go. So there's enough time for Arsenal to get a third goal, isn't there? See if we can. Ball comes in from Freedom Mineham. It's flicked on the header from Rafaela Souza, but it's comfortable enough there for goalkeeper Rachel Laws. Robert says, Katie McCabe is my player of the match. She won so many balls and set out play with class. No, she's played well, Katie McCabe, I agree. I still think Stina probably was the best player for me tonight. But yeah, Katie's had a good game. Although the second half is difficult, you know, you have to look back to the first half really to find the good performances from Arsenal, don't you? Because the rest of the game has been pretty poor. There's another foul on Katie McCabe, actually. This one she doesn't quite react the same way to, although you can sense her frustration. We've now played nearly 4 minutes of stoppage time, so there's going to be 1 more minute left here. Can Arsenal get 1 more goal just to finish this off, round this off with a third goal? Would be nice, wouldn't it? It doesn't matter too much. We've won the game. We've got 3 points on the ball, which is what we needed. And we can now look forward to Sunday's game against Reading, weather permitting, of course. Terry says, Super Jen's my player of the match. Hasn't put a foot wrong all night. No, that's true. She hasn't. She's just passed the ball again to Lotta Wu and Moy. She's done well, Jen Beattie, since she's come on. And why not give her a player of the match if you want? The best says, will we be third once we win this? Yeah, I think we will, yeah. I'm going to check the league table in a minute when it's finished. Anyway, Frida Minor now coming forward into the last 30 seconds. Oh, that's a poor ball actually from Frida, who's covered every blade of grass in this game, but a final ball has let her down a little bit tonight, you have to say. But Rafaela Souza steps in. She finds Frida Minor this time over on that far side. Is this going to be the moment Frida bursts into the penalty area? She's just tackled there. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal. In fact, it's not. It's given us a goal kick. It must have come back off Frida Minor. We have now played the 5 minutes. Surely that's it. Surely that is the end of this game. Arsenal have won, and we will be back up to third place. I think we will anyway. Let me just double check for you. In fact, there goes the full-time whistle, is it? No, it's not. It's the goal kick still, sorry. I thought all the players ran away. I thought that was because the whistle had gone, but it wasn't. It's because it's a goal kick, which Rachel Laws is going to take. We've played nearly 5.5 minutes of stoppage time. It's very, very close to the end of this game after this goal kick, quite likely. Lotta Wu gets this ball. Jen Beattie. And there goes the full-time whistle. It has finished here at Meadow Park tonight. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. Not the greatest second half, it has to be said. I thought Arsenal played well in that first half, dominated, could have scored 4 or 5 goals. We had one disallowed, Leah Williamson, after about 20 minutes, tapped over at the far post. The flag was up low for an offside. And then soon after that, it was Stina gave us the lead, a shot on the turn after a good run from Frida Mineham. That made it 1-0. And then Arsenal got a second goal soon after. It was Caitlin Ford headed into an empty net after goalkeeper Rachel Laws had saved Stina Blackstenius's initial shot. And yeah, we had 1 or 2 other good opportunities, but second half, the weather wasn't great, the football wasn't great. It was a bit scrappy. Liverpool played a little bit better. We were a little bit off it. But ultimately, we saw it out, a clean sheet as well. And that's our first league win of 2023, by the way, which is nice, isn't it? We've got the Come On You Gunners indeed. Exit Talk said good game. But the first half was really good. The second half, not quite so much. It was very scrappy, wasn't it, in the second half. No, we're still third, but we have got a game in. We're still fourth, sorry, but we have got a game in hand on Manchester City. We're 3 points behind them, and we've got a game in hand on Manchester United. We're 6 points behind them, but we do have to play them, and we've got a game in hand. So you know, it's all good there. And with the same games as Chelsea, we are 5 points behind Chelsea. So we'll need to beat Chelsea, and they need to slip up somewhere along the way, don't they? But. Yes, that is that. So it's finished here. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. I'm just going to check on the final score from the Chelsea game just to see what that is. What's the score there in the Chelsea-Brighton game? For some reason, the BBC app is not is not playing ball with me again. It's been a bit temperamental lately. Anyway, they're just down to 2 goals again. Steiner at the heart, both of them. Well done, actually. Robert says, good night, Rich and all you wonderful real Arsenal fans who support both men and women. Nice one indeed. Good to see everyone in the chat again. Terry says, yes, well done, girls. Another win and Laguna girls roll on. Indeed, yeah. I think when you've just won a cup final, it's 3-1 to Chelsea, is it? Okay, I'll have to take your word for it. Good stuff. NA says, Frida very similar to Sydney Lohman of Bayern. Yeah, she's very similar, yeah. Well, we're going to find out soon, aren't we? Because they'll be coming up against each other in the Champions League very shortly. So that'll be interesting, won't it? But yeah, Arsenal got the job done. And I think ultimately, at this point in the season, we'll take just wins and wins and wins, won't we? That's what we want. Just want to see us win and then see where it takes us. And if it takes us to the top, it takes us to the top. And if it doesn't, well, we'll just have to accept that. That's the way it is. But overall, a satisfactory night tonight for the Arsenal women. Not the best performance in that second half. Very, very scrappy, but we've won the game, and that's the most important thing, isn't it? And we'll take that all day long, won't we? And it finished Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. Terry says, night, Robert. Take care, mate. See you soon. Yep, indeed. Night, Robert. Indeed. Thanks for tuning in again, my friend. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. And is the Chelsea game still going on? Let's have a look. Or is it finished? It's 3-1 in the last minute. Richard Cannard scored the 3rd goal, and then Daniel Carter's pulled on back for Brighton at the end. But Chelsea have won as well. We've won, as you would have expected us both to win tonight. And yeah, not a lot to say about that second half. It was not great, was it? Let's be honest. But we got the job done in the first half. And I say maybe when you've won a cup final, the next game can be tricky. And it was tricky in the end, but we got through. And we're in to that. Well, we're not quite in the top 3 yet, but we're certainly putting that pressure back on those 3 teams above us. We get a little bit of momentum building up now, which is what we need. And can we win on Sunday against Reading? If we do, then that momentum keeps building, doesn't it? So, yeah, it's been a very, very good night for Arsenal in the end. I say not necessarily the most fantastic performance, but it doesn't matter. We'll take it for what it is, and we will move on to Sunday. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching tonight. It's been an enjoyable evening. It's always an enjoyable evening when Arsenal win, and they have done 2-0, and that will do us nicely. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in tonight. Please give us a like before you go because, we appreciate that, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. So tomorrow I hope to bring you to watch along of the Sporting Lisbon against Arsenal game in the Europa League, but the timing of it means I may not be finished work in time. I won't be back home in time, so that may not happen. But if it does, it does. So stay tuned around for that. If not, we're definitely back Friday with the Arsenal Women's Show, 7:30. Looking back on the victory over Chelsea, looking back on this victory tonight, looking ahead to Reading as well. Join us with the guys at 7:30 on Friday and Sunday. 2 watch-alongs for you. 2 o'clock or 1:45, I'll be here for the Fulham against Arsenal game in the Premier League. That's going to be absolutely brilliant. So join me for that. And then at 6:30, we've got the Arsenal women playing Reading. So join me for that one as well. So loads of great stuff coming up on the channel for the rest of this week. And hopefully tomorrow as well, all depending on work. Terry says, Richard, it's always a pleasure winning with you. Great show again tonight. Take care and see you all real soon like tomorrow. Come on, you girls, indeed. Cheers, Terry, as always, mate. Thanks for your support. And thanks to everyone for watching tonight. Really hope you've enjoyed the show. Good victory for Arsenal. And if you have enjoyed it, please let us know you've enjoyed it by giving us a nice thumbs up. How does that sound? That'd be good, won't it? That's good there. And also as well, why not subscribe as well while you're at it? That'd be good stuff, won't it? Okay, fantastic. Right, so that's that for tonight then. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. 2 first half goals, Stina Blackstenius and Caitlin Ford. And Arsenal move on and keep going up that table. Terry says, good night all in the chat. Yeah, indeed, good night to everyone. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for the Arsenal game against Sporting Lisbon. It is the early kickoff. I'd have to be at 5:30 and I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but we'll see. If I do, I do. If it's snowing, I might well end up having to work from home, in which case we might be all right. But we'll see. If not tomorrow, I'll definitely back Friday. Thanks for watching tonight. Really appreciate your company. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. Love it. Come on, you Gunners. I will see you on the next one. Take it easy, guys. See you soon. to Arsenal now. Frida Marnham again inside here looking for a second goal. Oh, she's got a second goal. That seals it. Frida Marnham again.